That's why I can't believe them. We gotta talk about if anything, the motherfuckers that don't want to go back to their regular jobs and don't get vaccinated. I'd rather talk about them, not this
I was just saying.
multi-millionaire that, you know what I'm saying, just still gonna get millions, whether he take it or not. I don't even want to talk about that, really.
I was just saying off air, how, are we, let's go live. Let's go. Let's go live. Let's go.
Yo, Nat Turner in the building. Don't Ask podcast. It's going down, baby.
Hey, shout out to Kyrie Irving. Shout out to Kyrie. We live, Nat. So look, we were just talking about the Kyrie Irving situation. Not the Kyrie Irving situation, right? You want to talk about regular people.
What I was trying to do is not talk about the Kyrie Irving
we don't
situation,
want to talk about that.
but just use that as a reference as to which direction we going. I was saying that I'd rather talk about the motherfuckers that don't want to go back to their regular jobs and going to really struggle by not taking the vaccine. Not this motherfucker that's going to get millions anyway, whether he take it or not. And that already is a multi-millionaire. So I ain't really trying to get into that rap right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, because Uber just sent me a text message.
Somebody out there that got a regular job that refused to take the vaccination and will not be able to work if you don't. That's all I want to talk about.
That's cold-blooded.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody just with a regular job.
So if you one of those people, you're a regular person, and you gotta notice that you gotta get vaccinated to go back to work, or get the jab, or you making a decision, call in.
Yeah, because I think those balls is bigger than you just being a multi-millionaire and still gonna get like 17 million or something like that if he don't play.
He probably gonna get some promotion deal for not doing it.
Probably.
Make another 30.
Who else is going on? Yeah,
if I was an all-natural supplement company, I would hit him up right now.
Yeah, basically.
You feel me?
Oh, you don't want to take the vax, take this.
Yeah, let me get you 100 nails, dog.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying? Have that special camera action with zoom in and out your face. And you like, yeah, take this.
Cross over to this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Come on.
We'll make
Holla at me, man.
overnight.
Let's get paper, man. Holla at me. Let's see, you guys, who in the chat room? We said who thinks he said Kyrie Irving can't fold. He's going too far.
Yeah, at this point, he'll be a sucker if he say, I take it.
Yeah, that would be some sucker shit. Especially because you probably, like you said, you probably got the average Joe Smo watching that going, you know what, I ain't going to go back to Target. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to talk to that person, man, not him. And I think if he did come back, you'll just automatically just see him start playing and then don't answer those questions. Then we just going to know he must have got vaccinated. Okay, keep it moving. He don't want to say he did, but fuck it, we just going to let it rock like that. That's the only way they could really sweep it under the rug. Like, if they could just let him play and don't answer no questions about it. Don't answer if he took it or not. All right, whatever. Privacy, right?
Hey, so
I think he just don't want to say he took it.
You think it's gonna become like a dating thing, well, I'm out the dating game, you know what I'm saying? But
you have to throw that in
I'm
there.
out the dating. No, because I wonder if people put on their profiles.
Oh, whether they vaccinated
I
or
wonder
not.
if that's like a dating, because
I don't think it's getting that deep. The way motherfuckers is running around the club damn near during the pandemic, motherfuckers ain't tripping off that shit. Now all of a sudden you want to see somebody card and all that. Nah, we already fucked that up with how motherfuckers is running around damn near like it wasn't a pandemic.
Facts.
I know I was damn near. Shit, like especially toward the mid. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck that. I went out of town just to be around motherfuckers. I couldn't take it no more. So I don't think it's going to get that deep. I think they're going to force people to vaccinate by telling you can't work here, you can't come in here, you can't go there, you can't travel and shit like that. And that's going to be the bulk of people right there. Like, other
just
than
to
that,
live life,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think
you
it's
can't get this dog. You
Right.
go to the dog pound and get a dog. Like, are you vaccinated? No, you can't get the dog. It's gonna trickle down to simple shit like that.
This is my thing. I feel what people say, but I think like this, and I think I hear black people saying this a lot, but I think we're a little more of like a kind of go along kind of people. You know what I mean? As long as we get our weed, we don't require a lot to be happy. I feel like other nationality of people are not gonna let it go that far.
So I can understand from our perspective, we've been through slavery fairly recently. So for us, we like, nigga, vaccine, come on, my nigga. Like
Yeah, gonna let that stop.
yeah, that's
It's
nothing,
nothing.
nigga.
That's
Come
whatever.
on.
Yeah.
We just about gang banging crack, nigga. We out
all
here.
kind of
Molly's,
jail
nigga.
time,
Yeah,
all
we
kind
out
of
here. So,
abuse and all kind of shit.
but I think it's the other people who are not comfortable with having their liberties
Well,
kind
who
of
are
fucked with.
these other people? You got
Everybody
countries involved. I mean,
So
in mind.
I think anybody of a different nationality that has their own country because they used to having shit their way. Or
Do
at least,
you have you been doing the research on how much in these particular countries
Yeah,
are
so-
people taking a
yeah,
vaccine?
so Australia's fucked up right now. Australia, they have like little concentration camps set up for them. I don't know what they're for because I don't really get into the news.
As opposed to the vaccine,
For like people who don't want to take it, I'm assuming.
they
have
throwing
like little
niggas
areas,
in
like
isolation. Yeah,
little isolation areas. You know what I'm saying? So and then Europe
quarantine
too.
for real.
Europe too.
So then that means they taking it serious.
yeah,
then.
it's going serious.
Nah, then eventually all them people's gonna force somehow to take it, yo. Shit might come down to jail time.
But those people don't have
It might
guns.
come down to get your ass get shot, nigga. You come out,
Yeah.
nigga. You know it was like that at one time. You come out in the street, they shoot you if they thought you had this particular disease. I can't get into what time it was in life, but it's a true story. I'll look it up. I'll let y'all know next time. But it got that deep.
I believe it can happen. It's happened
No,
before.
it could get that deep if they really want to go that far with it. That's the last thing that'll happen.
Get him. Caller. That's fucked up.
What up, y'all? Jay in Dallas, man. How everybody doing?
What's cracking, Jay?
Yo, what's shaking?
Hey, man. Interesting conversation y'all are having. On the vaccine thing, I was also reading this morning that the Prime Minister of Australia said they haven't lost a single person to COVID, and they do have one of the most strict COVID protocols in the country, but they have like a 99% vaccination rate. And the reason they take it so seriously is because they actually have a very small population in terms of countries. And so, but their population is very, very concentrated into 6 cities on the coast.
Right.
So if you're that concentrated and up on each other like that, they're not willing to take a chance on it. Plus, they're very isolated, being where they are geographically. So, I mean, look, I think it's an individual decision, and I respect people for living with, for whatever decision they make. They have a right to deal with it. But I also think the consequences of the decisions for the average person are outside of their control, like my man was saying. I think Matt hit the nail on the head. When it comes down to your job, when it comes down to getting an apartment, when it comes down to being able to put your kids in school, whatever else, most people are going to have to fold because they don't have a lot of alternatives. Most of us aren't Kyrie Irving. And as somebody who has lived in foreign countries and traveled the world extensively, I've taken a lot of vaccinations. So it didn't really sweat me at all. One more vaccination, so what? I mean, I've been vaccinated for so many things, being from a military family, that it wasn't anything that gave me any second thoughts.
No, I feel you.
I feel that
you,
part.
brother. I think at the end of the day, what's forcing me to go ahead and take it is that my son has to take it to go to school. So I haven't been put up under that gun yet personally, but he's being put up under that. So if I'm gonna let him do it, then I might as well go ahead and get vaxxed myself. That's what I was also saying earlier as well.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, man. What really did it for me is my parents are elderly and they're in very poor health, and so anything I can do to protect my folks, because we've been through strokes, we've been through heart attacks, we've been through serious bouts of illness and hospitalization. Anything I can do to protect my folk is what was a motivating factor for me, because I have a branch of my family that didn't take the vaccine and they lost 3 people. Oh, okay. And so I just wasn't willing to take that chance with my family. So respect to all those who are making other choices. God bless you. I don't wish illness on anybody. But as for me and mine, we got the shot and just trying to move on with our lives.
Basically. Nah, I feel you.
Thank you for that, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to that, brother. So my little sister just came the other day. She had to get the jab to go back to school. She said she's going to turn into a zombie. So I don't know if that's... She's 15, so I don't know if that's what they're telling the kids. I don't know if they're watching YouTube or something.
Yeah, I guess. She listening to Nicki Minaj or some shit. She listening to Nicki and them on the internet, but... I'm definitely not going that far with it.
Right.
Where it's causing people to have all these type of dysfunctions. I think. But then again, I mean, you listen to all these fucking infomercials about medication and you hear the line of side effects this shit could cause. You like,
Yeah, you don't know.
what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Would it be in a,
I might as well keep what I got.
Would it
If it's
be in
going
a-
to give me
yeah.
all of this shit, you know what I'm saying? At least I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all for keeping it real and saying that it could cause all this shit. And I think they was forced into that. There was some rule where it had to been
Like, at
said.
least I gotta say
Like,
it real fast.
you gotta say it real fast. You like, what?
Yeah,
I
you
heard
trying to
that
get rid
shit,
of- You
motherfucker.
try to get rid of a hangnail, fuck around, get diarrhea. Nigga.
Yeah, right. Then you just got a little fungus in your toes or some shit. Next thing you know, you got liver problems. Like, why? Why would I want to trade that for that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you think it's gonna infiltrate your industry?
It been did that.
Oh, word?
You gotta have a COVID test to work.
Oh, I didn't know. that.
Yes.
No, I mean the shot.
Oh,
I mean
the shot.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
mean the test, yeah.
I'm retired, basically. I don't know what
No,
the
but
fuck
I'm saying
going on.
for you being in the industry.
But I'm thinking it. Yeah,
seeing the
because they're
different
gonna.
waves
The
of,
outside
like, yeah.
entities is gonna. They always been on our heels.
Right,
They always been on our
That's
heels
what I'm
about
asking,
that
right,
health type
right.
shit anyway. Period. Way before this COVID shit even was thought of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they gonna probably mandate that if you got to show, you definitely got to show within a 3-day test, 3 or 4 day
And that's
test
normal no matter
that
what, though,
you're COVID free. Yeah,
That's
that's normal. Right, been implicated, but I guess like you said, it's probably gonna roll into having to be vaccinated.
right. I would assume because that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's definitely like the health. Anything that got to do with anybody to go after you about any health shit, they on us. They been on us. They been trying to ban it. They tried to stop porno altogether for years. Since I've been in the game almost 20 years, they've been trying to stop porno. Like,
Didn't they try to make y'all wear condoms?
yeah, try to make us wear condoms, trying to stop
What
it,
the fuck
all
was
kind of
that
shit.
about?
I'm like,
That was
man.
you know, in China, you can't watch porn.
Nah, no, and fucking
And in North Korea,
Pakistan either and shit like
Yeah,
that.
you can't watch
My
porn.
man, I never forget. He worked in we call them bodegas from New York. You know what I'm saying? He worked in a bodega while I grew up. Then when I got popping or whatever, he must have went home for a little while. I came home to visit. He was in the store. He went crazy. He was like, yo, I didn't know that's what you do. I was in Pakistan and I saw you. I said, first of all, how the fuck? And he was like, yeah, it's dangerous to even watch porno over there.
Yeah.
So I ain't even asked him how he did it, how they get it and all that. But yeah, that's when I realized that it's illegal, not only taboo, but
Yeah, you go to jail
also
for that shit.
illegal in
You go
in
to
a lot
jail.
of places. I remember going to Brazil to shoot and people getting arrested for going out there to shoot and
Really in Brazil?
having to pay to pay them motherfuckers off real quick. And that's all basically what happens with that. But you would definitely go to jail for that. It's illegal to shoot pornography over there.
Where's the best place you've ever shot at?
Probably there in Brazil.
Yeah, the women.
In Brazil.
Now-
And then other than that, it would be Europe.
You been to Canada?
Nah.
Oh damn! I was gonna ask because
You know what? As a kid, I think my parents drove me to Niagara Falls, but
no, they don't.
yeah, that was it.
Nah.
I seen Niagara Falls, but I ain't going to Canada.
Would you say Brazil has the baddest women?
Hmm?
Brazil, the baddest women?
The baddest place I've been?
Yeah, the baddest women. Took a deep breath.
Well,
There's
because
some cold ones.
Europe, Budapest, and
Yeah, my little brother was from
Amsterdam
Budapest.
and Czech Republic. Man, as far as sexual energy, they both align, I think. But then it's your preference if you want them a little brown or if you want the white girl. You know what I'm saying? So sexually, they definitely match each other on the. Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah, them Europeans are strong. Like they strong. You triple A, you could do all kind of shit to them. This is like, what? Give me more. You like, damn, bitch, give me a break.
Yeah,
Let me
listen,
get a water break.
I don't want to stereotype, but I would have to say I agree. I've never had a white woman.
We had to go as far as I had to make a movie called Black Girls Get Nasty Too. That's the name of it.
The two part.
And the reason for that, they get nasty too, because it wasn't because they didn't do that.
I got you.
I'm
I got
saying
you.
it because they didn't do
that. That makes sense.
So we had to get the nastiest, more strongest black girls just to make that one movie, and it was hard to get 5 or 6 of them.
How's the screening process? What do you like? Do they put
you
that
just
in the
know
ad?
their history.
Like,
you didn't see what they did, or this ain't new people per se. You seen them before. You might even worked with them. In that situation, you got to know you picking all the strongest ones,
right?
Because you going for a particular concept. It's black girls get nasty too. We trying to say that. Okay, we know the white girls is they the ones that do all the best anals and do all that choking and rough shit and all that better. We want to show that black girls can do it too.
I thought I was the only one who thought.
Because black chick like, oh, you ain't going. It ain't like it's a. I don't know.
Caller.
Hey, it's Nakia from the Bay.
What up, Nakia?
Hey, I just wanted to ask, since Shaw brought that up about the black girls get nasty too. Why is it so hard to find a gangbang video with a black female and black dude?
And that's exactly what I'm saying, because they don't get as nasty as, like, say, the Europeans or the Spanish chicks or the Latins or shit like that. I don't get me into the origins of it or why. I mean, we could talk about it because we black, but they just not with that. I think they like, oh, you ain't gonna treat me like that type shit. Yeah. I think that's a part of it. A strong black woman. You know how I don't know if you black or not, but that's how they can be.
Oh yeah, I'm black.
Okay,
I'm black.
so it's like.
But I'm like.
Yeah, so it's typically.
I'm trying to see like the nasty shit myself because I like that type of stuff, and it's like, damn, every time I look for one, it's either a white girl or it's a black girl with a bunch of white dudes doing some kind of racist shit. I'm like, I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, but liking it and doing it are two different things.
Yeah,
I mean, you had someone like Jasmine Cashmere who would do that shit, but now she's off doing other stuff. She's religious now, and it's like,
well, it seems like
what happens is that they come in the industry, do all that nasty stuff, and then decide to go be religious.
Yeah, because we not built for that white shit. That's that white shit.
Well, it's first of all, it's a cost to the career. I mean, most of them don't know or realize it, but day one, your numbers is being counted. It ain't gonna go. You're not gonna be around for so long. Even really the white females.
What's the number for a black woman? You think?
Good 4 years, bro.
How many you think she could take when she tap out?
Well, it's not really about that. It's when her career will tap out. It's not about, like, if you saying tap out, that's just during a scene and okay, she can't take it and stop and whatever.
A pimp used to tell me.
Nah, that shit is nah.
Like 400 good.
Nah, I don't sit there and count notes. So I never caught. I could tell you years, approximately years. I can't count how many scenes she did in that 3-4 years. You see what I'm saying? So I can't give you that kind of number, but I just know that black girls just didn't get as nasty and do certain things, and it was only a handful that did. I can only name a handful that did. Even some of the bigger black stars didn't do certain of those real nasty, graunchy, all-out gangbangs and shit like that. And it's just the black woman just not really with that as opposed to the white woman or maybe the Latin chick or something. Because that's why we would get on the plane and go to Europe and get those scenes. You know what I'm saying? We had to do something called black pipe layers. And it was all scenes with 3 dudes on 1 girl. And we couldn't pull that off in the United States. Nowhere. You had to either go to like a Brazil or Europe somewhere to even pull that production off. It's just...
Wow.
It was just like that.
Y'all couldn't find any porn stars to do this?
Not the ones that's going to do it I mean, like you said, you could get it done, but it ain't going to look like shit because you could tell they ain't really that's not really them. It ain't really naturally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that makes a better scene. Why you going to get somebody that just for the bread, okay, they might do it, or you can go get the ones that fucking really love doing that shit, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta go way to Brazil to do that. So Nakia, do you like to do that stuff, or you kind of just like watching it?
I like to do it, and I watch it because, like, I've always learned things to do by watching porno. So that's why I like to watch it, because I want to see, I want to try that. Oh, okay, I'm going to do that, and stuff like that. So
now you can see what you might like or might not like and what it looks like. That makes sense.
Exactly, because I'm a Scorpio. I'm the type of person that's like, I'll try anything once, twice if I like it.
Yeah, that's what porno is about. That's exactly what it's about. That's why I made that bag all these years, because that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Because like I've seen, like, I follow Cinnamon Love still, and I follow Jada Fire, and I noticed that Cinnamon, like, is not in the industry as much as anymore, but she's still a sex worker. So like she does on call work.
Nah, yeah, this is definitely some old school names you throwing at me. They all pretty much, like I said, it's only a certain amount of years that you're gonna be, and in 4 or 5 years, man, at the most. A dude can go a little further. A dude, you know what I mean? A good dude could definitely go way further. The girls get paid more, but their career is shorter. And the dude career go longer. You know what I'm saying? That's how that really is.
It seemed like for me, once Cinnamon went completely gray with her hair, that's when she was out the industry. And now she just does the call girl type stuff.
Well, I mean, by the way, her hair do look cute like that. I thought that's not a bad idea, her letting that rock like that. And second of all,
she looks great. It's just that I think what it is she was embarrassed that she went gray so young, but it was a trait in her family.
That's kind of sick.
I'm not really truly aware of that. Like, I know her. That's not the vibe I got. I think that she was just already ready to go. I don't think it had nothing to do with her hair doing that. Because you could always dye that shit. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? I dye my little gray beard all the time. You know what I'm saying? You throw a little dye in there, keep it moving. So it wasn't about that. She let it go gray because she embraced it, and that's what she wanted to do. I don't think she was ever really ashamed of it.
It looks fabulous on her, and like I'm enjoying actually watching her and her daughter raise her grandson and everything. It's just, it's actually cool. That's the only reason why I kind of follow her, is because I've watched since her grandson was born how they take care of him and everything, and how he has his special issues. And at first, like when I first saw her in porno, I didn't like her. I was like, who is this bitch with a gap tooth like that? But then after continuing to watch her a few more scenes, I was like, okay, she's kind of cool. I like her. And then noticing that she did directing and everything too, I was like, okay, all right, cool.
No, Cinnamon was the shit. She definitely had a great career. She was before me, and I've always respected her.
All right, well, let me get my butt back to work and listen to the show. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, Mama.
You know, when she was saying that, I was thinking about something. It would be interesting to see, like, if they did like a reality show. If you had to do a reality show, right, with porn stars.
Well, they got that series, that Life After Porn shit, but I think that shit is just so whitewashed.
I've never heard of it.
You gotta look it up. It's probably it should be on Netflix. Life After Porn. Gotta be like one or two of them shits they did, but it's not really. It was not told from a black performer's point of view at all.
Right.
At all. Not at all.
That's all we would all want to know.
And I was even in it, and trust me, no. And they just flashed me doing a scene. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? They came and talked to me or anything like that. So yeah, it's not. Yeah.
So speaking of that, so I got a question for you. We was kind of talking about this before we started. So I wanted to know, when y'all get out the game, right? You decide, all right, I'm a date, right? Now, obviously, you're still the person, but you've mentally made that transition. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to know, when you go on a date with a woman, so say if the woman asks you on a date, or it's mutual, all right? Like, you didn't go up to her another, it's just mutual. You know, you guys go on a date. Is it weird if you try to, like, make your move and she's like, nah, I ain't that kind of girl? Are you like, well, bitch, why are you here with me? Like, I'm confused. Or is it just...
Nah, because I act so civilian, and I tell everybody all the time, I think that's how I made it as long as I did in the game, because I never let none of that shit get to my head. To me, my name Keith.
Right.
I'm just trying to shoot my shit. It don't work. It work. It don't.
Cool
okay,
it. Right,
cool.
Right,
I'm cool. I never let that shit offend me. I was told at a young age, and this is like a basketball reference, but I used it for life. And my man told me in the park, he said, "Go to the hole. The worst thing they could do is foul you." And I understood what he was saying off the rip, but then I applied that to life. Like, go for yours. Worst thing she could do, say no or whatever. Don't get offended by it. Shoot your foul shots and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
I played basketball with Keith, so I'm gonna vouch for that. That's exactly how he plays basketball.
Going to the hole.
But it's funny that you said this much as a kid. You apply it to life because that makes a lot of sense. Sports and in life, you know, if you just do you and you go as hard as you can possibly, the worst thing can happen is you might get a little extra runoff on the side. Yeah, you're not gonna take no L's.
It's all good.
You're not gonna take no L's.
I ain't tripping because I ain't like I'm sitting there with pussy problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At some point, you just need somebody to be cool with and just like, we cool. And don't think I've never been taken advantage because of the fact of who I am, and I see it coming. Oh, I see it coming.
You been smutted out before?
Oh, I've been smutted out. Yes, and I just fuck it, smut me out. That's how I'm feeling that day. Like, bitch, that's what you want to do because of who I am. Let's go. I'll take you down. If I'm feeling that way, huh?
Has it ever fucked with you? Like on some real shit. You ever sat back and just been,
it has.
A white bitch told me to put a do-rag on. She told me to put a do-rag on. And like, I still fucked it. But I did feel some kind of way afterwards.
She told you to put a do-rag on. Bitch, you should have took her back to the club. Like, bitch, I ain't changing for no nigga. This, that. What's what Jay-Z said?
Yeah. Jigga man, take your do-rag off.
Yeah, take your do-rag. You rich, take your do-rag off.
Yeah,
I'm dropping you back off.
In front of the club. Jigga, what you do that for?
You know what I'm saying? Thug to the end, tell a friend, bitch.
One of the greatest lines in hip-hop history, if you don't know. Nah, I had actually known this chick, right? And not for a long time. I'm young. I'm like 17 or some shit. You know, we kids. And this is the do-rag era. So I got my do-rag on, matching my kicks. I'm doing my big T-shirt on. I put John B on because my pop's old school. I grew up with the R&B.
I remember John B.
So I throw John B on. I got the six disc CD changer.
That's crazy. What year? I was locked up. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
I know when he came
like, I don't know what year this
in
is.
In the 90s, mid-90s.
So
early mid-90s.
So I got shawty and I'm doing my thing. I'm going all slow. She's like, you got any rap music? I said, bitch, rap music.
Some rap music and put your do-rag on?
She's like, you got any rap music? Yeah. I'm like, so as I get to change the CD, she's like, can you put your do-rag on? So I said, I see what's happening. You want a fucking nigger. So I went in here, got my do-rag, you know what I mean? Hit it with the LL Cool J tie, you feel me? And I put that DMX on, man. And
you
I went in.
You have one pants leg up?
No, I didn't do all of that. But I did twist the back though and tie it in a knot, you feel me? So I could have, you know what I mean, one be in my face while I was doing my thing.
Yeah.
But right afterwards, I did feel some kind of, somebody said token, I did feel some kind of way. I was like, damn, you know, I was like, I can't. And then later on in life, when I got older, I fucked with another white chick and I had that same vibe. You know what I'm saying? Even as a man, we normally look by that shit like, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm trying to hit some pussy. After a while, I start fucking with me. So when you got smutted out.
Well, it's like
that's fucked up.
When you just been doing that shit for so long and just that's what it is. And you don't feel some. Maybe that first couple of times I did feel some kind of way, but then after a while, it's like, fuck it. Only thing I just stand like, yo, listen. Don't get it fucked up. Keith had action. Keith had action way before that Nat Turner shit ever even came to a thought in my head. So I be struggling in my head about, damn, is it because of this nigga Nat Turner I'm getting action? Like, they don't love me no more? You know what I'm saying? They don't love Keith no more? Like, that's the only thing going in my head. I don't care if she a fan and she want to fuck because I am who I am. I get it. But then in my head, I'm like, damn, has Keith fell off? Like, yo, what the fuck? Is that nigga not cool no more? Bitches don't, you know what I'm saying? So, because I came in the game getting action, like, what the fuck? It ain't like I just started getting action because I started doing porno. Like, no, I mean, pause, but you see the half these niggas that run around the game, them niggas would have never got no action if they wasn't on fucking on a porn set or fucking. There ain't nobody even talking to them in the street. Some of them they still won't get no action, even if they is doing. Imagine that, but still don't. You don't get smutted out. Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah. I used to be a porn. It used to be a porn nigga. I used to manage a gym at 360. I ain't gonna say his name because he a cool nigga. I'll tell you off air. And I'm sure he get pussy because he a cool nigga. You know, and be getting a little money.
But
shit,
nah, I see. But no homo pause. But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
I seen him walk up to bitches that didn't know him and he just try to holler at him like you said, on some Keith shit. He take off the cape and it wouldn't go. It never worked, nigga. But if they knew who he was,
and then he'd get that action.
So he used to fuck with him. Like he used to be like, you know, because another porn nigga be doing the same thing. He would just be macking all the bitches. It didn't matter whether they knew he was or not. That nigga he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He just be looking hurt, nigga. Like
that happens a lot, bro.
So have you ever been out with a chick and you wanted it to be cool, like you was on something like, nah, let's not. I don't want to be Nat Turner, nigga. And she just kept pushing that shit. You was like, damn, this bitch.
Man, it depends on how many drinks was drunk and shit. How many blunts was smoked. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Stacked up, man.
You know what I'm saying? A couple drinks, a couple blunts. Like, yo, all that shit go out the window, even if I did originally feel that way. You feel me?
You just like,
so it depends on the situation. It's like, I don't know, bro. And then sometimes you don't know damn near till it's happening.
That was her motive.
Remember, yo, this bitch, I'm bag or whatever, thinking it's cool, everything. We ain't even talk about none of that porno shit. Who I was, none of that. We piping, and she like, oh shit, I finally got Nat Turner dick in me. I said, what?
That make you feel?
I can't believe Nat Turner's dick is in me. I said, what? Oh, cuz I kept going. Okay, whatever. But I was like, wow. I'm thinking I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I was on Keith mode.
Keith pulled her?
I thought Keith pulled her.
Yeah, nigga thought, nope.
I thought I could have sworn that was Keith because I never said nothing about Nat Turner. We never talked about none of that. Ain't nobody run up to me, want to take a picture or say something crazy where she even would think that. None of that happened, bro.
Fucked up.
And that's usually what happens, but none of that happens. It was Keith all night. I ain't have to explain nothing about the Nat Turner because none of that came up. You never asked me really what I did or anything.
That should be a red flag right there, though.
You right.
You feel me? Some of the motherfuckers don't.
Because I won't ask shit. I don't ask what you do. Because I don't want you asking me what I do.
It's a red flag, yeah. So as soon as a motherfucker don't ask, like, hey, what you doing?
Like, I don't give a fuck.
She already knows about it. Like
you of age? That's all I'm looking for.
She's like, I've been watching your videos. I'm trying to get a hold of you.
Nah, that bitch straight said that. Mid-flight, mid-stroke. Like,
now,
can't believe that Turner dick out. Like,
has it happened the other way? Where you with a chick, you know what I'm saying, you really liked her, y'all all the way in, and then she finds out? Or
well, you know what, in my experience, and this is just to be honest, not to, you know, say like I'm whatever, but if you get to know me and we get to really vibing,
right, and
then you find out, it's hard for you to deny, because by then you just know I'm just a regular dude. Right, like at the end of the day, I don't hold that on no pedestal where I just don't act funny because I've seen it. I've seen motherfuckers, female actors and male act funny because of who they is, and like, nah, nigga, I'm Keith. You know what I'm saying? I always maintain that posture. So if it goes a long time, and you just getting to know me, we just chopping it up, each other personality, our swag, or whatever we doing, and then you find out,
right?
It's harder for you to front on me at that point.
You
know what I'm saying?
Say, like, I can't fuck with you because
sometimes in the beginning, and it's work vice versa, and it's been a few times where a chick didn't curse me out, like I would never fuck with a porno nigga and this, that, and the other, and then 2 weeks later we fucking. Like, and then I've had situations where I would never fuck with a porno. Oh, you did it. Oh, that's nasty. And then 2-3 weeks later, how could I get in the game?
Right.
Like, what? How the fuck? You know how many times that's happened to me, bro? Like, but you don't even understand.
No, but I think it's to what you said, though. I think it is when people think about porn stars, right? You have a certain perception of how they must be. Like, this got to be the lowest of the low person, just straight grimy, walk around with your shit out. And then you meet people, and you find out they're just people. Like I said, my partner Manny, one of the coolest, nicest person I've ever met. On camera, this nigga be slaying bras. Nigga try to, you know what I mean? But if you didn't know that's what he did, it's not you wouldn't think him or his wife you wouldn't think nothing of it. They were the nicest parents, nigga.
Manuel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah,
Because you play basketball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's my guy.
He's
man,
a good dude. Like,
yeah, European. I'm telling you, that's that European shit. I told you.
Oh yeah, they are.
He
wild,
grew up
man.
like
That.
that.
Wild,
That's
nigga.
nigga. This the first I went somewhere where you see sex on the commercial. Mind you, I had never been out of the country before. I was like, what, 28 or ish or somewhere around in there when I first went out. And I was like, this is a whole nother situation.
Right.
As far as sex, they way more open than we are. You know what I'm saying? Than on any sex shit. Like, nah, Europe is nah. And they expect it to be that way. Right, so that's how he was like, yo, I'm going to go over here where they really making the money at. He found his way over here, and he became a fucking star. Because he couldn't have did that in Europe. It's not. There's a bigger industry there. The bigger industry is here, right here in the fucking valley, up the street. Right up the street from where we at.
Chatsworth?
Yeah, right here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, nigga.
I don't give a fuck where else you at in the world. You're not going to make it but so big unless you come here.
Ain't that crazy to me?
But now it's a little more different because it's different avenues now. You could be wherever.
Oh, because you get
still
online,
do your
right.
thing because it's bigger, more profitable platforms you could be involved in that industry where you don't have to necessarily come, but you'll still have to come here to make the name to be able to go wherever else and do what you got to do either way. So you got to come here. You got to come to Chatsworth, California, baby. You got to come here, baby.
That's fucked up.
I came with a bag, a pair of Timberlands, and a fucking toothbrush, nigga. I moved right to Van Nuys on Sherman Way in Woodman.
You came out here to do your thing. You knew that.
Yeah, I came to do that. I ain't come and stumble onto it. I got on a plane to come do that.
Wait. So look, somebody in the chat had a question. They wanted to know about your name.
My what?
How'd you come up with the name Nat Turner? But before you answer that, I want to know, what name did you come up with before that?
Well, I did have a name before that. It was, you know what? At one time they thought it was Keith. They put Keith because I wasn't really interested in. I didn't know how long I was gonna stick with. I just did it. Whatever. Asked me what my name was. Whatever. Give me the check. I'm out. Put whatever you want to put. The nigga put Keith. So then that's when I realized I gotta have a name. Like I can't just have.
Like, I don't want my shit out. All right.
Not even that I don't want my shit out there. I just realized I gotta have a name.
But you could have went with Keith, nigga.
I'm getting more serious about maybe staying around and doing this shit.
Right.
So I put Dorian Velt. Velt is short for Roosevelt.
How did you come up with Dorian?
Dorian Velt is that. The Velt is where I'm from. That's the hood I'm from. Okay, so I just threw the Dorian in front of it. Dorian? Velt was the most important part of the name because that's basically where I'm from.
Where'd you get the Dorian? My brother named Dorian.
I just said Dorian. I don't know why I said Dorian. It was just that's what popped in my head. So then after we was like, nah, I got more serious as I'm like, okay, I'm sticking around. Fuck, I'm about to do this.
So
we got to come up. No, not that far.
Early,
this happened fast. I'm talking about within the first 10 or so scenes.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my name was only that 5 scenes or so. And then I was like, I'm sticking around. I can do this. I'm able to do it.
Get your confidence up.
It's not really confidence. I just didn't know if I could do it or not. I guess you could say confidence. No, but then again, the confidence came still later on. I had to figure out if I could even do this. I can do this. And then your confidence builds. Then your confidence builds. That's when you start freestyling with shit, doing all, you know what I'm saying? That's when your confidence builds.
Sound like you at the All-Star game.
Nah, for real. Like, that's when you start going behind the back, through the legs and shit. Before, you was just coming up the court, just trying to make sure you made it up the court and you don't want no turnovers. You just being mad cautious. And then you start going through your legs and doing step backs and shit.
How many scenes you in before you start thinking like, wait a minute, nigga,
I can do this. About 8 scenes or so. Just because you don't know when them shits come on, because then you might have one where you didn't do good. And then you like, okay, maybe I can do this. And then the next one, it gets better. You know what I mean? But then that's when you start figuring shit out about yourself and how to really do this. But back to the name part is when I really was like, I'm going to stick around. We all was just sitting around. Me and the two niggas, the nigga that really put me on and my other man, we was like, we got to come up with a hard name for you. You big nigga with a scar on your face. Like, it can't be Dorian Velt. Like, let's go harder than that. So we just sat around.
Why couldn't you go with Dorian Velt? That's a cool name.
Nah, it's a cool name, and I ain't had no problem with that.
That's like an actor. You know what I'm saying? Like a lesbian. You know what I'm saying?
I was cool with that. I was cool with that. But then my man, he just yelled out, old school country motherfucker. He's like, Nat Turner. I was like, what? He's like, Nat Turner. You know Nat Turner. So I'm like, who the fuck is Nat Turner? So I had to think about it for a while. And then I had to look like, oh, shit, the slave. Nat Turner, the slave. And then I'm like, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of interracial shit. So that's beating them over the head with that part. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm going to be fucking a bunch of white girls. So I'm like, fuck it. Nat Turner it is. I'm just going to change the spelling. Turnher. So then that's when it made more sense to me. Like, all right, fuck it. I'm going with that. Nat Turnher. But Nat Turner, but spelled Turnher. You know what I'm saying? And it went over motherfuckers' heads for a minute. And then it caught up.
Wait, the beating white bitches part or the Turnher?
Well, I ain't saying beating white bitches, I ain't agreeing with everything Nat Turner did. This nigga was wilding, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just a hard slave nigga running through the industry type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it caught on at the end, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm working for white directors all day. Like,
So how long did it take before they got it?
Not that long. But by then I was so into this. I was in the system. You can't kick me out the system at that point. I got a fan base. Let's rock. But they just laughed at it. They didn't take it. Nobody, unless they secretly took it seriously. They never showed that around me because you know what I mean. What the fuck you gonna do? You get punched in your stomach.
Right.
I ain't play none of that shit. I've had plenty fights on sets, choke niggas out, butt naked. Hell yeah, choke a nigga out in a minute. Nigga do some dumb shit. And that was early. So then after that, this nigga, don't fuck with this nigga.
What are you fighting for on set though?
It's just niggas do dumb shit, bro. When you doing gangbangs and shit, there's a bunch of niggas around. It's just like, nah, my nigga, that's a whole nother subject. I guess we'll get into.
Yeah, we can talk about that one day.
I definitely had to choke you.
We're gonna talk about fights on set.
Go throw your boxes on real quick, like nigga, come to the back, nigga. Like fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And then gotta finish the scene.
Wait. We got I
still got a nut.
That's fucking hilarious, nigga. We gotta say that for a whole show.
I swear to you. And if you get other niggas up here, they'll tell you. Like, any niggas from my era, they be like, yo, this nigga, he will fight you. He will fight you. Wherever you irritate him enough at, I don't give a fuck about still butt naked or not, nigga. Like, nigga, let's go. Who punch you in your fucking face?
This nigga, Nakia is loving your stories right now.
Yo, nah, this shit is a true story.
So one of the chat room people said, they never noticed you had a scar on your face. What happened?
Oh, that happened in jail. I'm probably like 17, something like that. I did like 7 years in jail. That's why I ain't got no hair now. I used to have a flat top.
When you went to jail,
I used to have dreads, all kind of shit.
Well, you was locked up?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was locked up from 14 till I was 15. Went back at 16 till I was 17. Went back at 17 and then come home till I was like 24, 25. Yeah, facts.
So, can you talk about it or you don't want to talk about it?
I mean, I talk about it all the time. When I'm asked, I don't just bring it up like, because I've been home since 2000.
Word. This is the kid.
I'm free, nigga.
She never even noticed that you had a scar on your face. And she's probably seen all your videos.
You know what? I know a lot of people that personally know me, that seen me, and one day be like, I didn't know you had a scar on your face. I'm like, well, you know me for like a year. And they're like, okay, what the fuck? Maybe sometimes the way I shave or the way it ain't that crazy. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, nigga?
Not like my man.
Cut my face off. Yeah, like it ain't one of those.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It looked like that when it first happened. But this was over 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Yeah. Well, I didn't see it like, let me see what that is coming. Cut my face. I'm assuming it had to be something sharp.
Oh, you didn't even see what it was?
No, I knew who it was. That's why I ended up doing more time. I stabbed the nigga in the neck. I only had 2.5 years to do that time. I ended up doing 7 because of that incident.
This your first time?
No, this was that last and final time. So I was already in the system by then, and it was a long story, bro. Long story.
Yeah,
and it's a whole lot of other shit involved with that and what I went through, and you know, that's why, you know, I came home on some real edge on my show. You know what I'm saying?
I would imagine,
I had to wipe that edge off after some years. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm in Cali now, running around doing porno. I'm like, that's why I said I'll punch a nigga in the face in a minute. Like, what? What happened?
My partner came home. He came home from doing like 10 years, I think 10, 11 years. And I just remember like the first like 2-3 months, like his vibe was just kind of like,
Yeah.
he had to kind of get out of his
He was
aggression.
institutionalized. Everybody was out to get him. He watching his
like,
back.
niggas
He
bumping
ready
him.
to
He
stab a
like-
few niggas.
And I used to
They
ask him,
scheming on me or what?
I
You know
used
what
to
I'm
ask
saying?
him, "Yo, you good?" He
Like, nah, I'm
It's
good.
a lot of people. I'm like,
Yes,
nigga, it's
yes.
5 people over here. B. Like, it's
Yes,
a lot
that's
of
a
people.
crowd. It's too many people, nigga. I don't know
Yeah.
who the op. I don't know what's going on.
And I had to kind of sit back and be like, you know what? Let me just not put him in situations where it might be a little.
And
he ain't
that's
gonna
you
say
just
nothing, but I
forced to
don't want
do
nobody
that
to
every
feel-
day
yeah.
because that's just how you got by. Even if it wasn't no drama going on, that's just your aura. It's just what happens to you after a while. It don't. You know what I'm saying?
And I noticed how aware of his space he was.
Yeah.
Which is something.
Yeah.
It's something to notice someone aware because as human beings out here in the free world, as you would say, we don't notice that.
You
shit.
don't.
would
You
bump
don't
into a
because
nigga.
you didn't have to live in that environment like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you, it's even deeper than if say you in your hood, you know you gangbanging and you know you gotta watch your back and all that, but it's not as deep as nigga you right in this little confined area with these motherfuckers. You know, so you really gotta watch your back. 1 second you sleep, that's 5 steps a nigga on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That 1 second you not paying attention, you could take 5 seconds, 5 steps almost. You know what I'm saying? I've done it before. Like, so this nigga turned his back, I was right on him, bang. All he did was turn around like that. That's a wrap.
That's crazy. Yeah, I would notice that for like at least a minute. He would, even if he would bump me, he'd be like, "Oh, my bad, dog." And I'd just be like, "Oh shit." But I realized, like,
And it's respect. He
Right,
gonna
it was a
always say,
respect
pardon
thing,
me, my
right.
bad.
I noticed it was a respect.
And my
thing.
response to you all day is, don't worry about it. That was my
Right.
thing. Don't worry about it. Because you gotta answer that all day because
Right.
you're going to get that respect.
But I think
you're
that's
gonna
how it
give
should
it
be.
too.
I think it should be like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that people should be more aware of.
And it teaches you some things. Like I said, it wasn't all bad. You think it's all bad because you're going through some fucked up shit, but then when you realize it really, it grooved you into a certain motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But some people just can't get out of that institutionalized thought.
How long did it take you to kind of settle down and be?
I can't even tell you, bro. I don't know. I wasn't counting down
Right.
when am I going to be normal. I just didn't realize. You just become normal. You know what I'm saying? You come just because statistically I was supposed to go right back anyway.
That's fucked up.
So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wasn't supposed to stay home anyway.
That's fucked up, yo.
So and that's why I say another thing too, that this porno shit really saved me from that because it provided me something to do and I made good money on it, traveled the world, and here I am. You know what I'm saying? And I've been home since 2000. I ain't never have to really deal with that no. I mean, not like I ain't never get into no bullshit, but not like that. Where you know what I'm saying?
If you didn't do that, what else do you think you would do?
I don't know. I was briefly into construction because that's what my pops did. He did it for like 30 years, retired. He put me on. I'm actually still a union in the, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
In the
Yeah.
system and everything. Yeah, sheet metal, local 28 in New York. Got fired. Nigga went to sleep on his lunch break type dumb shit. And I could have pursued and got another one and did all that, but then the potential of me coming to California and doing pornos jumped in my lap. So I ended up going in that direction. I don't got no regrets. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because there's no 401k plan in this motherfucker. There's no pensions and none of that. So imagine if I had 20 years in that construction joint. Right. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a little different. I probably wouldn't have traveled the world and made as much bread, but it would have been more beneficial to me after all that's done.
You ever fuck around with it anymore? The construction?
Nah, I'm still getting a porno check.
Hilarious.
I still
you got
get a porno
residuals?
check.
How does that work?
Yeah.
People buy your old footage and put on their site and stuff?
Yeah, I figured out a way to get paid from that when they rip your shit and put it up anyway. So it's just legal ways you got to go about attacking them, and then
Yeah, like
you're afforded a percentage. And then you got other things like the OnlyFans and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't have an ASCAP. You know, like ASCAP for music, they go around and collect all the royalties.
Nah.
Like when you go into like a lot of people don't know, it's like when you go into like a store or something and you hear some shit just playing, it could be like a little small store. Because somebody has to go track that shit and make sure that motherfuckers paid.
No, I understand that. Nah,
that's crazy. They don't have that for y'all.
Because you sign all those rights over when you're just a performer.
Oh, your likeness.
The company own
shit.
it. Yeah, you don't own it anyway. So
what
if they are getting paid, then they are. But
they definitely get paid.
Yeah, they definitely could regroup it, re-edit it, re-put it back out, name it something else. Yeah, I've done it as a company. So yes, definitely.
Y'all should do action figures.
Huh?
Y'all should do action figures.
I posed for some action shit, one of them 3D pictures of myself, and I
like
never seen the action figure though.
The wrestlers,
no, I'm talking about that's what they took the 3D picture for, to make action figures. I never seen the final results, but I got my little check, and I know they probably making bread off it, whatever they did with it.
Somewhere in Thailand.
What I need to get a dick mold too. I never did that. That's a lot of bread I left on the table. I'm gonna get it.
You can probably do that shit at your crib by now, nigga. It's 2021.
Yeah, just order a mold kit.
You probably find that motherfucker on Amazon.
But now you gotta mass produce them. I'm talking about package with my face on it. I need a bunch of them shits, nigga. Not just one or two.
Once you get one, you can send that bitch to China, nigga.
And get rep it. Okay, and then have them package it and do all that.
Then make a little pour mold.
Okay, well, shit, nigga.
Ladies, if any ladies in the chat room, would you guys
know how to do any of that?
You guys want to mold? I know Nakia's gonna be on it. What's So I know they have the molds and all this stuff. What other products do they have for men for y'all to capitalize on? You got your footage. You got your mold. Oh, I actually last week
asked
about
for
condoms.
my underwear a lot.
Y'all should, I don't know why y'all don't have. Even
dick
y'all don't
pills,
y'all
maybe.
Y'all don't
put your name
condoms.
on some dick pills.
Y'all don't use condoms, but y'all should have condoms.
Nah, I don't know how we gonna promote a condom.
Like
use these, like nigga, I ain't never seen you with no condom on.
Like
fuck you talking
about how Shaq
put this on.
Think about how Shaq did Icy Hot. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like he an athlete, he ain't supposed to be hurt, but we all know the real world is.
But no, that's hurt. They always hurt. That makes sense for him to.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Advertise.
Every nigga want to be a porn star, but they not. So they gotta wrap
that still don't got nothing to do with condom. Well, I guess I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Everybody want to be a porn star, but you not scrap up, son.
Just call Turnher. You know what I'm saying? Some Turnher condoms. Come on,
Turnher
man.
condoms.
Come on, man.
Where these, son?
Look,
I'm there with thumb up on the fucking box.
Do that shit, nigga. You do it like the white commercials, man.
Word up. Standing there with the thumbs up, like, yeah.
Yeah, get yours now.
Get yours now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Run that shit
Unlimited
up.
supply only.
What other products could y'all do? Y'all could do wristbands. Because, you know, you sweating and shit. You know what I mean? You could do
I should have worn them shits myself.
Did you ever think
the way
about?
I used to sweat on bitches.
Did you ever think about how to brand yourself? Like I don't know if Marcus did that shit on purpose with the hat and the socks and shit, or that just happened. But is that a conversation?
Well, I think that's just I don't think he really understood it. Thought he was branding himself. He just felt more comfortable with that hat on.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
That's just how that boils down
but
to. But
now,
do he got a Mr. Marcus hat?
No, I keep telling this nigga, bro, you tripping. No, but I'm saying, like, so as men in the industry, do you guys feel like y'all need a niche? Or is it just...
You know, well, me personally, didn't even understand any of that. I'm just trying to make it through the scene. I just want to nigga, my dick stay hard through the scene, a nut, and I get this check.
He going to like a real nigga.
That's what I was telling you, got to really, then your confidence build when you start maybe thinking, what do I do differently? So I think I had a few moves that I knew I was going to go to doing, you know what I'm saying? And that was it.
Is it like the NBA? Like you ever see a nigga do your move and you like, yo, son, you trying to get my move? Yeah. And you gotta expect that because niggas is watching and then they come along and because I've been around so long, I seen niggas come into the game. So like, before that, who was they watching? The niggas that was in the game. So I get it. What else you gonna do? It ain't but so many moves you could really do. No, I'm talking about your peers though. It's like you ever be around motherfuckers been in the game. Like as long as you been in the game and you like yo.
Well, shit, I might have did the same thing. With the nigga that put me on, like this nigga always keep doing this particular thing. The next thing I found myself doing it. Like, what the fuck? I had to wipe myself up. Like, stop. I can't stop doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me?
Is it the same for the women in the industry? Do you have to find a niche?
It's good for them just to really at least appear to your very biggest power to be enjoying yourself, and I think that's really the only niche they really gotta have.
I feel that part.
You know what I'm saying? Well, they can have other niches, but I think that's the biggest niche that they should have is to look like you're enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. It's nothing worse than watching some shit. And
yeah, when you like, this bitch just came for the check. Yeah. It's the worst to work with somebody like that. And I see it. Because the one thing I do is pay attention. I know when I'm hurting you.
What are you paying attention?
I know when you feeling good. I know when I'm in a good groove. Right. I know I need to stay my ass there. I know, okay, if I slap you if you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? Right. Or if I do some crazy shit you don't like it, I won't do it again. I'm paying attention. Some motherfuckers gonna keep doing it because that's what get them off.
Right.
So they don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
They like, I'm gonna keep doing this because just keep my dick hard.
Right.
Whatever you doing.
Elbowing the bitch.
But then your ass fuck around, end up on this bitch no list.
Wait, when we got a note. So look, cause I'm glad you said that because it's a group of dudes out there. They do the worst porn I've ever seen, and they just so violent. And
they on a lot of bitches no list. But you have to understand though, sometimes when you come into this setting, you know this before you get here. That's why, bitch, if you coming for the bread, you can't do this. You understand it's gonna be violent. You're gonna get slapped. You're gonna get choked and all that. Cause you sat down and told this before it starts. So don't get it fucked up. This is what's happening. Are you signing up for this? Yes or no? A bitch knowing she's not into that or like it, will money probably fucked up. So this only thing that's that everything else is a wash for her. So now this is the only thing she could really get work for, and then come do it. And this should just be a disaster. It's like, bitch. Horrible. Even with just simple anal, you don't really do anal good. This shit you don't enjoy this. It hurts you. Right. But you just coming for the bread. I get it. I recognize that. So now, as a professional, I can't go as hard. So that could fuck with me.
Nigga try to be a gentleman on the stage.
No. I'm accused of this shit. Trust me, I'm accused of this shit my whole career, but I don't give a fuck because that's what made me stick around so long. I would be teased about that. Let Nat work with her. She gonna like it. She gonna be cool with that. Like he ain't gonna do nothing to really piss her off. Right. They even start to realize that. Oh, you can't put her with him because she's not gonna. It's not gonna work. Put her with him because I think it'll be a better fit. You know what I mean? Some of these thoughts do come up in some situations. Sometimes it's like whatever. Fuck it. This is who lined up with who, and this is what happens, and that's that. But then the chick got the power to say, I don't want to work with this person. Right. Then they'll switch that shit around quick. I can't come and say I don't want to work with her. They'll be like, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
You must not want to work.
But a chick got that power to be like, yo, I don't want to work with him.
That's crazy.
Or she'll have a list of people that she don't work with.
How do you get on the list as a male performer?
I never been on nobody's list, so I don't know.
Is it more for directors or performers?
It's for the director to know not to hire you.
Oh no!
So it's like it's all about the girl first, right? Okay. I want this girl. So you like, okay, cool. Then she like, okay, cool. I will do it. Then she like, this is my no list. Most of the time, it might come from my manager or it might come from her, whoever, whatever. This is who I don't work with.
And she has a list of names of people. Like, not this nigga, not this nigga.
So you can hire me all you want, right? Long as it's not with these 4 guys or these 3 guys or whatever the case may be.
Now, is it ever do like camera guys or directors or like the extra dudes? Do they ever get put on the no go?
I never really seen it get that deep, but no, I have seen it get that deep, but it's very rare where you like the director piss you off that bad where you don't work for him no more, because at the end of the day now you really fucking your bread up, right? And you got to be a big star to and them bitches can do that. Bitches, whatever you want to call them, girls or chicks, whatever. They can do that because they they got a little more power in that type of, you know what I'm saying, that situation. They could say, I don't work for this director. You know what I'm saying? You just don't get that bread because that same director might be the one to shoot you a bunch of times.
Right.
And that's a grip. You know what I'm saying? So if that happened, that director really did some foul shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, is it extra professional, like a movie scene, like on a professional scene? So, cause I've seen porns where like the camera dude is the finger to broad, and in my head I'd be thinking like, well, obviously they talked about this going into the scene, right? And if a female, I don't know how it works in the porn industry, but if you sign a contract, okay, you're working with this person, does that exclude anything else that happens?
No.
Okay,
Trust me,
that's
explained before as well. I'm gonna turn this camera on. I'm gonna play with you for a little bit, and do all that, and then he's gonna come.
Oh, okay.
Everything is explained, bro. Everything is nothing just happens. The cameraman could just put his camera down, start fucking.
Listen,
maybe after, if y'all want to do that in the back, whatever in the back, yeah. But if anything on that camera is explained. And that's the beauty of it. You might think like, oh, he's just gonna touch a pussy like that.
Yeah,
he
did a great job,
this
bro.
nigga, like, what the fuck? No, she knew exactly that was gonna happen. No, that was gonna happen. She know that.
Yeah, he did a great job. Cause I was like, nigga, did this camera?
Oh yeah. And then if you look at that series, they all probably was like that. He probably did that to every chick. If you was to look at that DVD, that body of work. It's probably a niche of his or whatever.
That makes sense.
Or you know what I'm saying? That's just what he do. Play with the girl first, and then the guy walk in. I'm like, yeah.
Cause I was like, this cameraman is very inappropriate.
Yeah. That was your boy family. Your family that was just doing. That's what you talking about too. Oh, I knew it because that was his thing. Because he always just wanted to be. He wanted to be a performer at first,
right?
And it didn't work out. So he became a director, but then he still want to fuck. So he just do his best. So that's when it's like, oh, this grimy ass motherfucker.
Wait. So most that's interesting. So most porn directors, you would say, are like the dudes who didn't make it in the industry,
or couldn't, just knew they couldn't even try. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah.
Would you say it's more of a personality when it comes to men making it in that industry? Would you say it's more of a personality trait? Like you just have to be a certain kind of.
You could be artistic too. You could see a vision. You could see angles. I believe it's a lot of autism in it as well. Like it ain't just I want to see a bitch get fucked and you know what I'm saying? If you really about it, it's really angles about it and the lighting and the colors in the back and all that. But you have some that just
they just want to be some pussy.
Just want some pussy. You know what I'm saying?
I think when I think about all porn directors, that's what I think in my head because I'm like,
and they all. I mean, it's a hard thing to maintain a straight face on because you're around. You just this bitch get fucked, and she might even come on to you or some shit, and you like, cause she want more work,
right?
So she gonna come on throw some shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause she want to get more scenes. So that's a hard job, bro. I've been on both spectrums, but I was the one performing anyway. So I was the director, but still performed in it anyway. So I can't really speak to just being a cameraman, but because I get it, yo. I get it. You just watching everybody else fuck all day.
Yeah,
you like that. At some point, you gotta just lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, throw the camera down. Like,
or like, you know what's fuck? I always think like, especially for the camera dudes, because I was like, they probably not nearly get as much pussy as they film it, right? They probably get some side pussy telling a bitch he can get her in a movie. That might happen every once in a while. But I always think like, I wonder if any guy ever falls in love on set. I wanted to ask my boy Manny this.
Yeah.
I didn't know how he met his wife. I never asked.
He did on set. She was a porn star too.
I know she's a porn star, but
yeah, he met her on set, around set, something. He might have worked with her or might have just been on set where she was working with somebody else and he was working with somebody else, something like that. At the award show, something.
That's
somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like you meet somebody on set and
I met my baby mother through my man that put me on. She was cool with the girl he was messing with, so she came over with her one day. And that's how I met her. I had never seen her on no set, never worked with her.
But you knew what she was?
Didn't know who she was either.
Wow.
I swear to you. I had no idea who she was till I started hanging out with her. And I'm like, niggas jumping out of bushes, out of helicopters, jumping out of limousines. Yo, you such and such. I'm like, oh shit. Who the fuck am I with?
Right.
Like, who the fuck
This one you just keep.
This is I was definitely still keep. I ain't even think I might have just came up with the Nat Turner name. Probably still just had like 4 scenes under my belt. And I swear to you, I seen stars jump out of their car like, yo, let me get your order, let me take a picture. We in Miami. I'm like, who the fuck I didn't know. Like, who is this bitch? And I learned real quick. I learned real fast that this shit could take you there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know they would treat it like that as stars and stuff like that. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I'm new to the game. Like, I watch it on DVD and shit like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you're not really
nigga
tripping,
you know, whacked this meat a few times before all of that.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't know they would treat it as stars like that until I got with her. It took me another year before I even halfway into that status, but she was already 4 years in. Damn near at the end of her, you know what I mean?
What do you think the biggest misconception about porn stars? So, for example, like I would think for men would assume all women that do porn are good at sex.
Hell no.
So like what?
Hell no. All women that do porn is not good at. You get them at the crib and it will be a whole nother story. That bitch might be telling you, "Could you hurry up? Could you just like nut, please?" Like you like, hold on, not such and such that I seen taking mad dick and going cry. No. Half them bitches wipe their makeup off. You might think it's a whole nother bitch. You might not even notice her in the fucking mall.
Hey, listen, man, he's not lying to you.
I'm just keeping it 100. I ain't trying to shit on nobody or nothing, but you might not even recognize the bitch. Your biggest star bitch you beat off to for years, that bitch might walk right by you at the fucking local Ralph's or some shit, and you probably won't even recognize her. If she not all done up the way you see her, it's been plenty times where I'm like, oh, this bitch bad. We have a good scene. And then after that, she come out the bathroom. I'm like, oh, where the bitch go? Did she leave? Like, is this? I'm thinking it's a whole nother chick for real. This happened a bunch of times. Like, this can't be the same bitch. Like, come on, my nigga. And yep, it's the same bitch. And I'm like, wow. And you know how many times when I'm working with a chick again and she like, yeah, it was that last scene we did was great. And I'm like, I do not remember
she's don't look
at
the same,
all. Like
yeah.
I have not even the faintest idea what you're talking about. I do not remember you, and I didn't probably work with the bitch like twice. I swear to you.
We got a question from the chat room for you. Has there ever been a time where you couldn't perform?
Yes, and I hope y'all don't see it.
Oh, so
because sometimes, just completely,
whether
just
it be mental,
wash out now.
Mental, physical. You ever been going through something that had to work and just like I can't do that.
That can happen. That can happen. Something can happen where something. It could be a variable of things that can happen. It could be something the chick did, some way you feel, some shit you going through, a call you got while you was there. It could be
what's something that
you
a female
just
did.
The bitch just turning you off for some reason. But at the end of the day, you got to get through it. And
what, are you going to stretch or something?
No. Because you got to understand, editing is your friend, bro.
Right.
And anything,
Right.
any movie, film, any editing is your friend. And when you really realize that, you won't beat yourself up if you're not having a good time, because you know they can edit some of those things out.
Makes
so you
sense.
get more and more comfortable when you realize that. But yes, it's only been almost 20 years. Only not even a handful of times where it was like, I just can't, and that's it. Everybody just got to go home. It's just done. But most of the time, okay, they just drag on a little longer. You just got to get it together. They got to give you more time. Now, of course, if you continue to do that, your career is not going to go long.
They're going to spread the word.
Because it's like, this nigga's not really, this with anything else. He's not a professional. He can't do it. You can't do it. That's why I told you earlier, like, I realized I can do it.
Right.
Then your confidence builds and you start dribbling behind your back and doing, you know what I mean? You got to understand if you could even do this shit first.
Any diva niggas in the industry, like?
Most of them and that's another reason why. No, because I know I'm shooting right back at you, but I'm like, all right, go ahead.
This is the fucked up thing. So in Hollywood, I was on set, and I'm not gonna put the person's name out there, but a dude, he just was on some real diva shit, and he would just order like it was extreme, nigga, like on some blue M&M shit, nigga, like I need all blue M&Ms, nigga, in this bowl, and then in this bowl I want, and after all of that, I asked him why. He said because I can't. And it hit me, and I said, because I thought he was just being a dick, but he was like, no, nigga, this is what they provide. So I'm going to run this bitch up.
And who is this? Like, this ain't a top porn star. This is a top movie star, like an official movie star.
Yeah. So I wondered in the industry, right? When you get to, because you said it's not a lot of dudes that they can pick from to make their movie work. So I wonder if any, or even females, do they ever become super divas where it just fucks up? Or word spreads through the industry like
this
motherfucker, you finna have
absolutely.
Is it more on the women's side or the men?
Both. It could be both. It could be both. Yeah, it could be both. I seen it. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga. And I don't hold my tongue. I say shit. Like if I don't like what you got on, I'ma say it.
Right.
Maybe in a joking way, but they know me. They know I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say how I feel.
As you should.
Like if you fucking up or you saying some dumb stuff, I'm like, stop fucking lying. You fucking lying. You told me something else the other day. Like cut it out.
Right.
So just shit like that. I'm not gonna hold my tongue with it. So, and then what you gonna do? You gonna fight me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't take advantage of the fact that I'm fucking 6'1", 240, but I talk like I'm 6'1", 240 because that's just how I'm talking. I don't give a fuck if I was a skinny nigga. So they know me for that. So I say how I feel. And some of them do be assholes for no reason. I'm like, yo, what do you even fucking, that's whack. And I voice that opinion, bro, every fucking time. Whether it be with a female or a dude. You know what I'm saying?
Now, give us a time where a female did something that just you couldn't perform the scene. You had to call it a rap.
I just hate that fake shit. When I see you just for the bread, you just laying there, not really, because it's a performance at the end of the day. So you not performing well is going to mess up the whole performance that I'm involved in. I don't want no bad performances because it is a performance at the end of the day. So if you sitting there doing that, so what I do is I start poking around till I find that sweet spot where it's going to snap you out of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the move, fellas. Write it down.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's behind the back.
I'm going to go ahead and poke around till I find where you got to come to reality like, oh, this shit feel good. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my motivation when I see that. So I learn how to get past that by doing that. Other things like, I don't like to talk to them too much before because they'll tell you some shit that maybe start getting into some shit about their life you might not like. Or
kid in the hospital and they got to
or this, that, and the other. And you just like, you turned I just want to see you. Just let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that too. Don't have too much conversation before. You talk after you nut.
You ever met someone before y'all get it cracking and you just like, yeah, this is bad as fuck. Y'all clicked immediately. You thought it could be more and shit, and for her it would just work.
Oh yeah. I think I told that story before too. I think that happened to me early, and then I realized don't play yourself with that no more.
Got you.
Because I thought everything was cool. We had a good time, and I'm like, yo, let me take you out. Let me get your number, whatever. She was like, well, my husband outside waiting for me. It was good working with you. Bitch shook my hand and went home. I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll never let that happen again. Because, of course, you want to shoot at them. You just had a good time. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, you just fucked. Like,
so then I became the person where, it was nice working with you, keep it moving. You get further that way. I come to realize, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't like I haven't dated nobody in the industry. I dated a few girls in the industry. But that's not how you really go about it.
You think it's easier dating women who are... Maybe even if they're not porn stars, maybe they're a director, or they just familiar with the industry, or somebody who just has no idea about the ins and outs. Like for you now, if you starting off clean, right? You meet a chick. Would you rather meet someone who has an idea of kind of what that life is like? And
I probably would prefer her to have an idea because it'd be a better understanding. I think the relationship will go further that way. I think that she can grow to be that. I've been in those situations where just regular bitch work at the bank or whatever, like, and didn't know nothing about none of that, and grew to and understand, and was cool with it. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's always like this sticking point where you got to get over that little hump of that. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's once they actually see your work?
I wouldn't suggest they look at it.
And that's when
you can't stop them from doing it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think the hump is, though? Like, what do you think that part is where they like, yeah, I don't know.
Understanding me and understanding I'm not one of them diva niggas like how we just spoke about. I'm just a regular dude. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to jump out the clouds with my Nat Turner cape on like, bitch, I'm going to be the same niggas from when I met you. Like, what up? Let's shake. Or we not shaking or whatever the case may be. And we don't have to shake because of Nat Turner. If not, then cool. We could be friends or whatever the case may be. I'm never playing that thirsty role. Never. I don't give a fuck.
I feel you on that, especially when you said you learned that lesson.
And no matter how thirsty I really am in my head, you won't know. You know what I'm saying? You won't know nothing. I'll be thirsty as shit. You think I'm just, this nigga ain't tripping.
I remember being at this one. I'm a young nigga, man. I'm thinking my game. I got on hush puppies, nigga. That's how cold I think I am. Nigga. I got hush puppies with slacks on. I think I'm that kind of nigga. So this nigga shopping at Banana Republic, nigga. So I see a cold one. She tall. She in the light skin. I'm at the Bellevue Center. So I'm with my guys. I'm like, nigga, y'all fall back, nigga. I'm finna go get this one. She's sitting there, little. Nigga, so I go walk over to the chick. I holla at her. She just looking at me like, look me up and down and shit. I'm feeling like I got all my shit on. I'm like,
like I'm ready. You gonna let me in the club?
Yeah,
I'm dressed.
Let's go down to PF Change. You know what I'm saying? It's right downstairs. You got some food. She looking at me. She don't say shit. She just smiled, get up, grab me in my arm, walk me back to the homies, and patted me on the back. That's what happened to my face. Nigga.
You think she was older than you?
Nah, my nigga.
She was about your age or so.
Yeah.
Wow, that was gangsta, huh?
That was too gangsta. Yeah, that fucked my life up. She knew she felt like she was that much better than I think she felt like, why is this nigga talking to me?
Wow.
Like that's how she looked at me. Like, why is this nigga even?
I would have tripped her when she walked away.
I didn't know what was happening, nigga. I'm thinking
it happened so fast.
I'm finna walk up to the homies with the bitch. I'm like, niggas.
I got
my swag on the way back. It's like, nigga.
And then that shit
nigga
just
pulled the bitch. I'm walking with her.
Short circuited when she walked away.
Pop on the back and walked off, nigga. I was like, what just happened? The homie's like, you got a number? I'm like, I don't even know her name.
I'd be like, yeah.
She never even said a word.
At least you kept it real. They wouldn't have knew the story. Like, yeah, I told her to walk me over here.
Shit fucked. I ain't hollered at a bitch taller than me since. Nigga, that shit fucked.
That traumatized you from hollering.
What?
No, I feel you.
I'm straight.
I need a sign. Even me being who I am, I still look for some type of sign that is cool for me to come.
For real?
Oh, I do. And you don't. And the sign could be so subtle, bro. You know, I studied that shit in jail, nigga. I was ready when I came home. I studied all the signs, nigga. And them shits could be mad settled.
Yeah.
But if you recognize them, then cool.
This is a fact, y'all.
That could alleviate some of your rejection, y'all. If you understand it and read the sign, she'll tell you if she wants you to come press her or not.
Right.
And she'll also tell you how aggressive you could be.
Right.
The sign could tell you, nigga, go all out, nigga, right, go.
I took a body language class. I forget the proper name of it. But it was part of the psych course I was taking. So we had to study body language and shit. So the fucked up thing about niggas, the whole time I'm in the class, I'm not thinking of no professional way to utilize this information. I'm just thinking about how I'm finna smash all these bitches at this college, nigga.
Yeah.
So my man was saying, one of the few things I remember was pay attention to the limbs, right? So your limbs will always point to what you are actually attracted to. It's almost like a fucking magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's subconscious, you can't help it. So if you can see a girl from across the room and you can look at something simple like her toes will be pointed at you while she's completely looking in a different direction. So I started being like, okay. So she's like, even if you think she not fucking with you, if her body is pointed towards her,
Yeah.
So when I tell you, I used to talking to, I would look at bitch's foot, bitch, which way your knee pointing, bitch? Let me go holler at this bitch real quick. And I felt bad for a while. I felt like a creep, but I was like, you know what?
That's science. That's real.
And like you said, it's the subtle things. Usually with women,
real subtle.
It be the subtle things that you notice, that'll make you crack off. Let's see. We see Beverly Center. Somebody said the Beverly Center used to be my spot back in the day. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Bev Center ain't shit now. I don't know. I ain't been there in a while.
Last time I was there, last time I was popping when old boy got killed out there.
Well, who?
That rapper got killed out there. Dollar.
Dollar who?
From I think he was signed to T.I. This is
out at the Beverly Center?
Yeah, he got killed right in front of the PF
When was this?
Shit, mid-2000s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I was like,
that was the last time
this was like a minute ago. Yeah. That's why I was like, no. I know what you're talking about.
It was popping up until that point.
Nah, it was. I remember, what was that down? The Lux, the Grand Lux and all that? Nah, it was lit.
By the PF
it was lit.
And all of that shit was cracking down there. What? Who would you say, since you've been in Cali for a long time, and you from New York, who would you say have the better women? Quality of women.
I don't fuck with these bitches out here, man.
And I don't mean women out here in California. I mean the actual women who are from California.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not the ones who live in California.
I don't know. It's weird, bro. I be saying that shit on my social media. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on. It's weird. It's just weird. It's just Hollywood. I think I you know what? I do better when I'm in the hood somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than like a Hollywood club or some shit like that. It's just, it's different. It's hard to explain. I'm gonna make sense to all of it where I could really explain how I feel about it, but it's just different. It's just different, yo.
I feel the same way. Anytime I travel somewhere, I always find myself trying to get to the hood, trying to get around my people. Like, no matter what.
Be around my people, I think I have a better time in that sense. But just the general Hollywood crowd, this shit is weird, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any part of New York that's like that you would compare to like Hollywood? Like is what Manhattan from what we see on TV? I think y'all too close together.
We way grounded. We way different. It's different. It's a little different. It's a little different.
That's because y'all so close together.
Yeah, they'd be like, no, nigga. Okay, cool. That's it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, out here, it's
not to run around and this, that, and the other, and what you got, and what's this, that, and
that's because y'all got seasons and shit, nigga. When it's cold,
you get your ass freezing. You want to just cuddle up with something. It's cuffing season.
Even though the one thing that did trip me out about New York, I went to I forget where I'm at, but I'm walking through this park, and the only thing I'm fucking thinking about is fucking Law and Order. I'm like, yo, this is the most rapey park I've ever.
It's probably like a Central Park or
where was
you in Harlem? Marcus Garvey Park. It's a bunch of parks, but it's one big Central Park.
Right by the water where the gym is. It's like where all the basketball courts. It's like an
Chelsea
gym.
Pierce.
Might be Chelsea Pierce.
Chelsea Pierce.
Okay,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Bowling alley over there.
All
that shit. Yeah.
So I'm walking through there, nigga. I'm like, yo, y'all need more lights out.
That's not Central Park, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's just fuck yeah.
Nah, but that's a beautiful area. That's like, I forgot. Don't get me the line, but that's a beautiful area over there.
I didn't get none of the grimy New York vibe when I was in New York. Granted, I didn't.
Well, not over where you was.
I didn't go on the subway though.
Not over where you was. It's some beautiful upscale, multi-million-dollar shit that you looking at like, damn, that's, you know what I mean? It's just a building. You like, damn, what the fuck?
That's
you got an apartment in there that's $1 million. You like, what?
That's the other thing that, if y'all never been to New York, that's the other thing that fucked me up was, like you said, the $1 million apartments from the outside, I'm not feeling what
you walk in that bitch, though. You be in fucking a wonderland, for real.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, this shit is crazy, but
from the outside, I was like, nah, I can't feel this, my nigga. Yeah. But they got some, I like the people out in New York. So you say New York has better women, California.
Well, I ain't saying better women than that. I'm just saying personalities is different. It depends on the vibe you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a lot of beautiful women out here. Don't get me wrong, because you got a lot of beautiful women, first of all, coming from all over, inspiring to be actresses and all that type of shit. So that's going to bring an abundance of beautiful women off the rip. New York, kind of the same way. It's just structured differently. Vibes is different. But don't get me wrong, it's a lot of beautiful women in New York, too. You know what I'm saying? And the only other place I ever really lived was in Miami. And there's definitely some beautiful women in Miami.
I don't want to go to two places I don't want to go.
Much,
I don't want to go to Miami. I don't want to go to Brazil.
Why? Because
cool.
you're already going to lose your mind.
Cool.
I know you're going to lose your mind.
Sometimes as a man, you got to understand what your line is.
Yeah.
And I understand my line.
I hear you because this is going to be some pressure for your ass. Those
cool,
two places,
and
for sure.
I'm straight. Miami I could deal with. You know, I got a few people from Miami, but Brazil, I met a chick from Brazil, and the only reason I hollered is my partner's cousin. But nigga, this is one of the most beautiful women I'd ever seen. And he just sitting there laughing at me. He's like, bro, she work at what y'all would say is like a McDonald's. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, she's not even hot where I'm from. I was like, my nigga, what are you talking about?
Nah, it's
probably one of the coldest women I've ever seen.
I've been to Brazil at least 7 times,
Jeez,
bro. 6 times, yeah.
Damn.
At least.
You got kids out there?
I don't know.
Great answer.
I wasn't giving out my email back then. They don't even know how to find me. If they really wanted to find me, they probably could if that was the case, but I don't think so, nah.
That's hilarious. All right, before we got here, let's cover some hot topics on the news. So we got your man, Rick Ross. He came out and said this is real rap. He said it's disgusting to see grown-ass men trying to impress other men in the clubs. Now, you being a person that travel a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny because I just seen him in a club not too long ago. And he was thumbed down. He didn't have all that jewelry on, did none of that. He was just standing in the cut chilling. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas in front of him, his mans and them had their little jewels on and all that. But he was just chilling.
Caller.
Hey, is this a podcast?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes. Who's this?
Yeah, I'm a fan trying to ask a question to Mr. Turner.
Go ahead, you live. Go ahead, you live. Go ahead. Caller.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Hey, brother, call back and turn the radio down. So yeah, Rick, you know what's crazy? I met Rick Ross a few times. Same thing. He just seemed like a pretty mellow dude.
Yeah.
But this is a cultural thing that I've always seen in clubs, which always turned me off of clubs. I never understood that shit.
Now, I got a good friend that do it all the time, and to be paranoid than a motherfucker.
About
like his
robbed
niggas
and
gonna
shit?
rob me or something. This nigga got thousands of dollars worth of jewelry on and just be paranoid the whole time. I'm like, why do you even waste your time, nigga? If you can't enjoy it, then don't fucking do it. I don't know. Why are you here? I don't get it.
It's kind of Drake came out with a story. He said that he was in a strip club and he's throwing money. It's like $100,000. But he gets mad because some other guys come into the strip club after he throws his money, and they throw like $30,000, but it looks like they threw $130,000.
Oh, because it's laying on top of his bread.
He's mad, like, yo.
That's petty.
He said your words like you guys are felonious. You know what I'm saying?
That's petty though for him to get mad at that. Like a nigga did that on purpose. Like I'm gonna wait till Drake throw his money, then I'm gonna go get mine and make it look like it was all my money. If a nigga do that, he petty.
Right. So
Drake to think that it's just a whole lot of petty shit going on right there,
when
bro.
he said that, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, I didn't even think men thought like that. To be in a club thinking, I'm throwing this money to show these niggas that I got more money than they have. Nothing to do with
I thought it was to show the bitches, if anything.
Apparently to Rick Ross and Drake, that's not what's going on. And your homeboy with his $1,000 worth of jewelry on, you feel me? Apparently that's not what's going on. Shout out to your boy Kanye. You gotta see
guess.
This your man's right here. You gotta see this. So Kanye comes out with this mask right here.
Uh-huh.
That's your man's right there.
You said Kanye?
This is Kanye.
That's just how he's rocking right now.
That's his new joint. I'm gonna show the fans in a minute, but
he just
they're gonna play a little commercial. He just came out with his new joint, so he's officially changed his name to Yee or the Ye. Y-E? Is that Ye or Yee?
The niggas is a lost their mind, bro.
Is that
after you get so much bread, what else you gonna do?
Is that
lose your mind. That's the next step.
Yeah, so this is Kanye West. He's and how do you feel about this? So you've been an OG, you've been through real life situations. How do you feel about Kanye West representing the GDs?
The GDs?
Gangsta Disciples.
Oh, he do?
Yeah, so he actually, in his Donda performance, there's a rapper called Ruger, who's from Chicago. He's from the Gangsta Disciples. He actually performed, and the song is called "They Let the GDs in the Dough," and that's the whole song. He just saying,
well, that's cool. He supposed to represent where he came from, his culture, and whatever they doing. I don't think nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, for Kanye West, do you think that's a little weird for Kanye West to be on some Jesus stuff one minute?
That nigga probably, they probably got his whole shit under surveillance. If he don't, nigga, they probably got him under pressure. Like, you from here, you ain't representing, nigga. He probably won't feel safe if he didn't. I don't know. Whatever the situation is.
Because Lil' Kim did go.
You gotta represent where you know what I mean.
What's my man that he was the leader of the GDs and got taken down? Hoover. Remember Kim Kardashian tried to get him out of prison.
Yeah. All that's just tied into this. So but then again, you just, regardless of how crazy he gone and what status he get, he just still got love for his community and where he came from, where he saw coming up, and that was the GDs and shit like that. And you know, as he was coming up, just before it was all the way crazy, you know, he was affiliated with him. You know what I mean? Like just before he really came up enough to really get the fuck from over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Baby Kanye, like this, before his first album or his first album, you know what I'm saying? He was still, you know, pretty much touchable at that point. Now it's a different story, but he probably just always just wanted to maintain, and I don't see nothing wrong with that.
We got a man, I don't know what's up in Florida. Anytime I find strange news, it always says a Florida man or a Florida
I think
woman.
that's a thing that I think it's a rule there where they got to show more of what's going on, something like that. They put on the news more of the little, just small, whatever things is going on than anybody else. So all kind of weird shit going to be on there.
A Florida man says he's going, it says what in R. Kelly shit is going on here. A Florida man says he's going to, I guess he gave her a wedding ring, his granddaughter or his goddaughter. So he plans to marry his goddaughter as soon as she graduates and turns 18. So, I don't know if that was your daughter. She's turning 18.
I'll put that nigga in a Campbell clutch.
And this was his goddaughter. Who's the dad? Who's the real dad? That nigga needs to find him. But this is the thing that's tricky though. We saying 18. 18 is 18. We can't say, well, we don't. 18 is 18, man. Motherfucker 18, he can do what he want with her. That's the rules to the game, man.
Well, then there's nothing we can do.
He gonna do whatever he want. He gonna do whatever he want to it.
Then there's nothing we can do. What can I say? It's logic as long as there's nobody that's in my clique. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be looking at shit like that. It ain't gonna happen on my watch, to my kid, my family, not me sitting there letting it happen. So
yeah, I'd have been.
I don't give a fuck about what he doing if it ain't breaking the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't mad at the 18-year-olds Kelly was fucking with. It's them babies. Like, what are you doing, my nigga?
We got a guy gets caught on OnlyFans cheating on his girlfriend after having sex with her friends. So this nigga's on OnlyFans. He got an OnlyFans page.
How the fuck he get caught? Because he had sex with somebody and put it up there. That's for money, bitch.
So I saw his girlfriend got subscribed to his account.
Yeah, he was on there fucking another chick.
So he was no, she didn't know he had an OnlyFans.
Oh.
He had an OnlyFans that he was operating for a while, a couple months. But he was basically getting this porn star on. So he was fucking models, and he ended up fucking one of her best friends.
And she it was a sneak camera, or the bitch was in the camera like,
this nigga going live. Look.
Yes, that's different.
Yeah, this nigga's grimy. He's going live, nigga. This nigga, they both.
Does she know the camera there?
Yeah,
though?
Both of the women know the camera's there. It's just he gets caught. Like, see, he brings him in, the camera's there, all of that.
Oh, she obviously know the camera there.
Yeah, this is
this is set.
Yeah, this from his page. So he had the whole thing set up. He was doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But his girl finds out that he's a sex performer on OnlyFans, finds out, gets on his page, sets him up, and then, puts all his shit out in public. And apparently he's a professional man. So he has like a corporate job. All of this is shit like some Second Life shit. This nigga has like a dual life, nigga. Like he's a porn star.
What could I say, bro? Like, I don't even know what to say to that.
So let me ask you this:
shit.
If you could switch it right now, so let's take it back in time, right? Say your porn videos never existed.
I would have probably
not corporate. If you can do your porn industry, but only in OnlyFans, like you can keep it how it was, like in the early '90s, where only a select group of people had access to it. Would you prefer it that way, or do you prefer it?
No, because he is. Well, the way I came, like I said, I had to establish myself before the OnlyFans even popped. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what he got going on, how long he been doing it, or how he got it. You know what I'm saying? But
this nigga finna get fired and everything. She sent the emails to his boss. That's fucked up. Wow. Oh yeah. So it's. Let me see something. Where's the story at? Right here. So it's looking like. Oh, I don't want to click on this nigga's OnlyFans page though. So it's looking. Yeah, that's fucked up. All right, so we got my man. Let me see what you think about this. So they did a study. It says
2019 porn.
This is so funny because this is based on quarantine.
They said what?
This is a study based on what's happened during COVID. Okay,
So
it says the psychological reactions when you stop trying to watch, when you try to quit watching porn. So it's saying that porn itself has a psychological effect on you, the same way caffeine or other addictive.
I believe that.
So do you think that people have to go through it? It says 82% of the people that try to quit watching porn relapse.
I believe that. I be trying to stop watching it myself. Relapse like a motherfucker. Only thing I could do is I'm able to watch myself, but I do believe I have a porn addiction, bro. Like, I do believe I need to stop watching porno. And if I stop...
Why do you feel like you need to stop doing it?
I don't know why. That's why I got to come up with a good reason why. I got to start fucking with my health or something. And then I'll be like, all right, let me stop. But this shit's not doing nothing
But why do we... Look, chat room, if you guys ask this question, why do we feel like we should not watch porn? Do we feel like we're
I don't feel
enabling the situation?
No, I don't feel that you just shouldn't. I don't think you just not so much. That's my problem. I'm saying don't say don't never do it.
You wouldn't say that about lettuce though. Like you wouldn't be like don't eat too much lettuce. You know what I'm saying? You would only say that about like cheeseburgers and shit. You know it's not
because it's because it's not.
Why is it not good
because
for you?
Like you said, you could get addicted to watching that shit. That is just like you said, like a caffeine or any other stimulant. You can get addicted to. I totally, honestly, and truly believe that. That's why I said, if you're gonna indulge, don't indulge so much.
But how can a porn star be addicted to watching porn?
Huh?
How can a porn star be addicted to watching porn?
I need therapy,
it's like game
nigga.
tape, nigga. It's like NBA player, nigga playing the game and going to watch it.
First of all, it started out as to be a curiosity as to, because you got to understand, I come, shoot the shit, get the check, I'm gone. I don't sit there and watch the shit with them. Half the time, I don't even know how it came out. I don't know. So now that's the exciting part to me in the beginning is I'm going through the thing and I'm like, oh, I ain't seen how this came out. I remember doing this, but let me see what the finished product. Oh, this shit was hot. Or then you look at some shit like, damn, I hope that shit don't, a lot of people don't see that one. You know what I'm saying? I was struggling. But then it be in my head, and then people will be like, it's a good scene. But in my head, I know I was there. I know in my head I was struggling. So then it comes to just watching it too much, and then now you just wake up in the morning like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
First
Turn the TV on and pop.
Yeah, how do you know when you have an addiction issue with porn?
Because it's just too much. If you start telling yourself that you're doing it too much and you need to stop, then it's an addiction.
Is it when you start making changes to go masturbate? Like what happened that you
just doing it too much? Just doing it too much. I think could be enough. In a day. Doing it too much in a day.
Really, nigga, I got something else in my life. This is.
Huh?
What's the wall you hit where you was like, all right, my nigga, like seriously?
It's like you hit a wall every time you nut. It's like, nigga, why am I doing this?
If women don't know,
why did I do this?
Niggas do feel ashamed. It's the. You know, it's funny when you said that. I always thought
turn it off immediately too. You can't watch no more of it after you nut. You turn that shit off. Like,
oh, this
bitch, fuck this shit.
You gotta go to something positive, nigga. Like, let me go on Instagram, see what. Look at some puppies or some shit.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny you said that because when I went through that shit, I thought it was what I was watching that was convicting me, not the porn itself. But
I don't get into too much kinky shit.
It might be like I don't be watching nothing extreme, but
you know what I'm saying?
Like
pissing or Kelly piss shit and all that.
Nah, I told you that I was, and it's the fucked up thing. This is when I knew I had a problem with it. When I put my hand on my chin to watch it.
and you just watching.
I said, oh no,
it's
nigga,
not
it's
about
not a
getting
movie,
around
son.
and beating off. You
like,
really
son,
just eating popcorn, watching this shit. Like,
I was like, yo, what
damn, son.
I said, yo, son.
Nah, yeah.
And this is like,
I immediately go to work. Soon as I see the shit come on, the beginning, I'm immediately like,
look, she got
shut up.
hyped.
I didn't move too fast for you. Well, I'm immediately like,
hey, quiet.
I ain't sitting there watching that. And as soon as I'm done, I'm cutting that shit right off. Pling.
That's the
I'm
shame.
done. That's that shame. Like,
yeah, that's
what,
that shame.
what am I
like,
doing?
why am I'm a grown man,
Yeah,
nigga.
what
I can
fuck
call a
am I
bitch.
doing? Even if I call a bitch, she'll leave. I still do it. That's when you know you got a problem. That's a problem. That's a fucking problem.
I always thought,
fuck it. All right, whatever, nigga.
I always thought if I couldn't
Sue me,
start my day or some shit, that's when I knew like.
Well, that's probably more weed for me
It's an
because
issue.
nigga be high. I don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like
I
that
could
with
beat
anything.
off, go to the gym, be stronger than an ox. That shit stops nothing. I could beat off, then go fuck a bitch. It stops nothing.
Do you think women have an addiction to porn as well?
Yeah, hell yeah,
ladies,
they do.
Give me a
yes, they do.
Ladies, let me know. Sheba Baby's in there. Miss Brand New.
Yes, they do.
Janice is in there. Do women get addicted to porn? And if so, how do you know that it's a problem? Like, because this is the thing with men. Like, as men, we got a little easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga just find a, you can just go in a stall, nigga, if you need to. Handle your business. For women, like, it's a little personal.
They could do it the same way, too. They can
women?
go sit on the toilet real quick, get off, and nah, my nigga. They can get off the same way, just as fast, or just as real quick somewhere, just like anybody else.
That's how you think. Like a nigga could just, you got, a few minutes.
If anything, it'd be harder for us to go in some random stall and beat up, man.
Hey, I don't know.
The chick got it a little easier. You know what I'm saying?
I wondered. Now, do you meet a lot of women who are, I don't know what's the medical term, but a nympho? Like, how many women in the industry do you think are actually like addicted to sex versus it being
more than Europeans? I know that.
So you just look. You ever seen Black Snake Moan with
Black
Samuel? Oh, you ain't seen this movie? You got
say it again.
Black Snake Moan. It's with Samuel Jackson and Reese Witherspoon.
No.
If I'm not mistaken, or not Reese Witherspoon. What's the little bitch from the Adams Family, from the movie? She had the big apple head. Whatever her name is. But Samuel Jackson. He finds a little white girl who has a sex addiction, and she just can't stop fucking everybody in the town. And for whatever reason, he chains her up to his house to break her from the sex addiction. So you got a black nigga in the middle of Mississippi somewhere.
I think I might have kind of seen that.
You gotta watch. You're a professional. You gotta watch this movie.
I might have kind of think I seen what you're saying.
It's a great film, but I always wondered if people who are addicted to that actually get into that industry, or is it more of a
I mean, to get in anything. First of all, you gotta have the balls and a moxie to even make. Say that bitch in Kansas somewhere. How she gonna make it to California? You know what I mean? It's like you gotta have some type of moxie about yourself to even try to make particular moves. First of all, then you gotta get here and know what move to really make when you get here. And then it's harder what people like think. You can't just I want to be a porn star and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you on the other side of on a whole other coast somewhere, you're not from here, you don't know nobody here, you don't know what you gonna do. Answer some ads, show up, and somebody try to take advantage of your ass. Be some fake shit on the internet or something. Anything can happen. So it's just like with anything. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be a regular actor or anything, if you don't got the balls to really make moves to really do it, it took a lot for me to say I'm just gonna fly over here and not know nobody and just try this shit. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen.
That's a hell of a risk, nigga.
Yeah. I just knew I knew how to fight. and I something fishy. You gonna sniff it out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but
man.
It wasn't easy, like, for me to make that decision to come to a whole nother coast. And
I think it's something to that. I think one of the most utilized tools that I've learned in success is really just going for it. Most people don't want contact. I remember when I used to take this boxing classes, the first thing this guy explained to me, said, listen, the human nature is not to fight. So if you understand that, you're already ahead of the curve. If you understand ahead of the curve, the natural state of a human being is, I don't want to put myself in danger.
Yeah.
So operate on that level. Once you get that concept down, it makes everything else easy. You understand? People don't want conflict. People want it just easy breezy. So if you're determined and you want what you want, it's more than likely you're going to get it. Because most people are just going to get out your way. Let you come through. We don't want no problems. Like you said, you 6'1", big black dude. They like, hey, man.
No, I can see it in people's faces all the time. I don't try to take advantage of it, but I just see it.
You don't even need to, right?
Sometimes I don't even have to. It's just
that's
like,
what he explained to me. He said, you don't even have to. You don't have to because that's not the nature of people. People don't want conflict. They want to kind of just.
And that's just like when they say you see that gun, the nigga turn into a whole nother motherfucker. And in jail, you see that knife. Oh, nigga, you could be the biggest, baddest, toughest nigga. You flash that knife on him.
Weapons do even shit out a lot of the times, man.
Huh?
I said them weapons do even shit out a lot of the time.
No, I'm telling you, a nigga don't want to. You got to get used to a gun being pulled on you, or something like that. I'm telling you,
that is true.
I'm telling you, I had to get used to that shit. Like, oh shit,
I think
you react differently after a couple times. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's just different.
I think the first time I had a gun pulled on me, unfortunately, it was a shotgun, and I don't know if you ever heard it had a shotgun pulled on you, but it fucked with you a little bit. The nigga's probably about as close as you are to me. And he's arguing with my brother. And the nigga got the popping shit, and the nigga shh. And when I tell you, I felt everything in my body. Yeah. Every single.
It's an out of body experience.
Like I think
what's happening to me right now?
If I had to explain it to somebody, like niggas like, oh, I would have ran. No, you're not gonna run, nigga. I couldn't run.
Yeah, you paralyzed at that point.
I felt like all my senses was kind of.
But if you're used to that, then you react differently. If you're totally not used to it,
he didn't trip. He just kept arguing with the nigga.
Yeah, like.
And he kept trying to get closer. And I asked him after, I said, what the fuck was your. He said, nigga, well, first of all, it's a shotgun. So he's got to point it at me to shoot it. He said, and if he turned it, I'm just going to grab it. Yeah. In my head, I'm thinking, I wouldn't think about none of that, nigga. I'm thinking
I'm frozen. What the fuck is happening right now?
Can I jump?
Do we got buckshot? Or do we got the bird shot or buckshot?
Facts.
Bird shot, buckshot, bird shot. Then after that is buck.
So look, Nakia says women get addicted to porn. She says when you can't sleep until you use your toy. When you at work, you open your phone browser. You open your phone browser and there's porn. You know that's one thing I do.
And then you just open your phone browser, you see it real quick, and you and then you just
trying to swipe up and you fuck around and press play.
Fuck it. And you don't want to, and you like fuck it. Next thing you know, you in the bathroom like. Nah, I get it.
That's when I
get it.
When I had my knee injury, my 25, 26. So, and I started smoking weed. So this is an all bad mix. So I can't get up do shit. I just started smoking weed. So all of my fucking my little neurons in my head are just fucking firing off, nigga. So everything.
You say you started smoking?
I just started.
Okay. That shit makes me horny, bro.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's another thing too.
So at the same time, because I'm home alone,
I
ain't got no bitches at the time. I watching porn, smoking the weed.
Yeah,
it was a bad combination, and that's when I knew. Like I said, I started watching shit.
I be smoking while I'm beating off, like with the blunt in my mouth.
See, this nigga got problems, y'all.
No, I swear.
Nah, you got problems.
I be talking to people about it, like my
crazy.
friends that are chicks I really fuck with, and they laughing. Are you lying? No, bitch.
That's crazy.
Like when you leave right now, even though we just fuck, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna beat off anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so look, Nakia said she said you ever had your phone connect to your Bluetooth in your car, and you know whatever is on the browser will pop up on the shit. So she said Ebony pounded.
In her car it happened.
So like you plug your shit up and like it's so funny.
I do got the screen in my car, but it don't pop up like I never seen that type shit. I'm glad she said something because. Well, my son know if a chick in the car, what the fuck?
I remember I gave somebody my phone. It's a family member. I give him my phone to use my phone. And you know how if you're on the iPhone, you swipe up, you can zoom out, you can see all the screens that are open. So I know the order the screen was in because I had just left the crib and I obviously just watched this motherfucker. And I let them use my phone. And when I went to use my phone, I looked up and the fucking shit was moved. So I was like, fuck, and it was on some old grimy shit, like fucking just thrashing a bitch. And I'm like, this is like my aunt, nigga. I'm like, oh my God, this is embarrassing.
But then again, Auntie probably understand.
Yeah, she didn't.
Ain't no shit. This shit ain't just started. Porno ain't just come out, nigga. Our parents went through the same shit. They just had bushes.
Did you find your parents' porn?
Yeah, I remember that. I'll never forget that. The name of it was Rambone. It was Rambone, as in Rambo. It was a white dude running through the woods with the gun. He had the bandana and all that. He'd find a bitch and fuck her in the woods. It didn't be stumbling through the woods, find another bitch, fuck her. Rambone. I'll never forget VHS. I seen that shit stuffed in the back of the closet somewhere or something. And every chance I get, anytime my parents wasn't around, that tape was going in that motherfucking thing, nigga.
The first one I seen was, it wasn't a porn tape. It was, could have been. It was Uncle Luke's.
Oh, one of them type of shits.
And
shake your ass type shit.
It was one of them joints, and I never forget the girl, she shot pool table balls out of her shit. And for a young nigga who had only seen pictures at this point, it didn't sit right. I was so confused. And then one girl picked up a Corona bottle with her pussy, and she did a handstand. And you know, as an adult, it sound cool. All that shit sound like, oh, that's. As a kid, it's not. You confused.
Yeah,
like,
I couldn't have got off to that, Polly.
Right
now, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
not even now, but yeah, that's nothing I could
like,
get off to. That's something where you, like you said, you just put your hand in.
Yeah, I was saying that like, yo.
That's nothing I'm gonna be like, oh shit, yeah.
Right. It was so, that's what I was on. I was looking at the tape like, I'm gonna put this in, nigga. And then after that, you know, I moved with my pops, and this nigga had, you know, my pops had all kind of DVDs.
Mad DVDs,
nigga,
all kinds.
He had collections, nigga. He would leave shit in the, you know, when you're a parent and you don't grow up with your kids, and you know, you don't have those habits. My mom, you would never find her shit. She's always aware kids are around.
Yeah.
My dad,
Pops don't give a fuck.
Leave it out somewhere. Out the fucking thing.
Yeah, out the thing. It's
Big
there.
Booty Hoes 3.
Yeah.
What's this, nigga? Slide that in.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And that's how I feel when I go outside. It's like, if people understand, motherfuckers watch this shit, yo. This shit is crazy.
Rambone. And now you're going to have everybody looking for Rambone.
That shit got to be dumb. That shit was VHS in its infancy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're going to ever find that shit, nigga.
Rambone.
But but look up Hawaii Vacation. And I don't know what series it was, but that's when they had me jumping out the plane, swimming with sharks. Then they see no fucking a bitch. Yeah, I jumped out that shit.
You did your own stunt shit?
Well, somebody was strapped to the back of me.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, I jumped out. Only one person didn't, Jada Fire. She was the only one refused to jump out that plane. Everybody else jumped out the plane.
Like went in the air, parachute?
Nigga, a real plane. Thousands and thousands of miles in the air, like for real.
Black man, why would you do that?
Huh?
I see you're a black man. Why would you do that?
You know what? I was high. I was in Hawaii. And I smoked some pineapple shit, something. Even the other dude that was with me, I'm sitting there chilling. He was like, "You're not nervous? Yo, what the fuck?" I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Crazy. I'm numb. I'm high as hell. Scrap this shit on. Let's get this shit over with.
What's the name of this? What's the name of this?
Hawaii Vacation. I want to say it's 4 or 5, but because they did a bunch of them. Well, at least a good handful of them. So it's a Hawaii Vacation. If it has any say porn, Hawaii Vacation porn. And it should pop up. And I think it's 4 or 5, or just go through them and, had us down in the Shark Tank.
And listen, this one for the fans out there. If any one of the fans can find this nigga's first one, what's your name? Darius what? Lavelt, what was your name?
Dorian Velt, but...
Find a Dorian Velt tape.
If you go to Evil Angel... Oh, damn.
Get it. Find a Darian... No, find a Keith tape, and we'll get Keith to sign it for you.
You know what? I'm about to put out my private home tape from before when I was really still just Keith.
What do you mean private home tape?
Just when I was really just
before
Keith. I got like 4 or 5 chicks on tape from the neighborhood. I guess it was coming, but I didn't think nothing was going to happen of it. It was just me challenging other people in the neighborhood to see how many girls they can get on tape.
You should make a separate tier for that for your OnlyFans.
No, that's definitely going on the OnlyFans. That's gonna be a
separate tier though. You feel me?
No, I understand.
Yeah, because that's you know.
Because
That's
these people
history.
married with kids now
Yeah,
or some shit.
so
I don't know. I might
wouldn't-
get sued or
that's
some
what I'm saying.
shit,
So I
first
wouldn't
of
make
all.
it so available, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how you do that is you
That's
make it
why I've been holding
exclusive,
on
yeah.
to it so long.
So just charge like $1,000 to see the tape.
So
that-
you know how to go transfer a fucking VHS to...
Oh yeah, easy money.
Okay, I'm going to bring it next
Yeah,
Tuesday.
yeah.
I'm going to bring the VHS tape.
We just said it for $1,000. If you want to watch, it's $1,000. And think about this:
Facts.
you will be one of the only people in the world to see it. So
And that's when I first came home, too.
yeah. Oh, we should turn it to an NFT.
That was like 2000.
I'm gonna look and see if we can turn it into an NFT,
Yeah.
like digital art.
See, something like that.
Yeah.
It would be, and that's when you was telling me that before, I was thinking in my head, that's the only thing I've truly got that's exclusive that
Yeah.
nobody's ever seen.
Because you might have somebody who's been a fanny for 20 years that would,
want to see that
see the
old
origins
day
of-
one before I was
before
a
you
porn
before you
star
had all your
footage.
moves. Nigga.
Yeah,
It's like
before I
watching
had all
Jordan in
my
high
moves,
school. You know what I'm
see me
saying?
practicing and shit.
Yeah. Imagine you could
Junior
see,
varsity.
Yeah. That'd be crazy to see Jordan playing in high school. You know, you have exclusive
Basically,
tape. So
basically, I could put it that way. That's what I
Yeah.
always thought. It's sitting there. It's ready to go.
yeah.
Everywhere I move, I make sure that tape somewhere safe. Because it's a VHS tape. This shit is brittle, nigga.
Let us, hey, your fans, so let us know if that's something you guys be interested in, and we could try to make that thing happen, man. One time for the one time.
Yeah, home sex tapes.
You
That's-
said you got 4 before you got. How many think you done total?
After I got in the
Just
game?
in general, if you look right
I
now,
don't know.
not professional, like
It's-
private, like
Private?
yeah,
I
private
don't
shit, not
know.
professional shit.
I don't know.
Like
Count
also-
that shit,
But
man.
does that still happen? Even though you're like, even though you
I'm
do it for free?
fucking. I'm not a. Half my time was spent in jail, but from 2000, from 2000 to now, bro. I step to any nigga that even just never went to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confident that nigga what? Like, you know what I'm saying? My numbers is gonna be better or match yours. Period.
What?
I got that confident in the action I've gotten since I've been home. But a lot of it has been movies. If you talking private, the numbers definitely gonna come down. Yeah, it's gonna come down. But if you talking just the movies and all of that, it's gonna be hard to match me on that. You know what I'm saying? Private, I don't know. I don't count those. I just live that. It's just life. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't even count the professional ones, to be honest with you. But it's
Yeah,
documented.
what are you
though.
counting then? You ain't
I
counting.
don't count nothing.
He said, I
Who
don't-
keeps count?
I
Somebody
don't
keep count?
So look, that's a
You
good.
keep count?
So look, actually, I don't keep
got
count.
a
But actually,
black
no,
book
I
with the
know how
number?
many women roughly.
Oh, damn.
Roughly, I got a
Nah,
rough
it's
estimate.
too many
I
for
got a
me
rough
to
estimate.
even.
I can't say that I for a fact, but I have a rough estimate.
Nah, I don't.
But this would be a good thing. So this would be a good thing for us to end this on this question. So you being somebody that's been around athletes and film stars, and you being in your industry, who do you think out of all those groups gets the most pussy? If you had to pick a profession in the world, other than obviously a
Athletes.
porn star, and I'm including politicians, presidents, like you know,
I would say
Fortune
athletes.
500s.
And that's only because I know I've been around a bunch of whores.
What?
So I know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait.
And
NFL
I ain't gonna
or
throw nobody under the
Yeah, we
bus.
ain't-
I'll
we-
never
no,
be the.
yeah,
I will
we ain't
never
saying.
do that. But oh my God, I could throw so many motherfuckers under the bus and dare them to say otherwise.
NFL
Like,
or NBA?
both.
Who do you think is more? I've been
It
around.
depends. When it's NFL season, it's the NFL niggas. When it's basketball season, it's the basketball niggas. It's just some.
That's a good
It's just some. It
I'm
switches
gonna
up.
say from what I've witnessed, I'm gonna say basketball players for one because they travel more.
I would probably say
they're-
that,
They're
too.
more seen, and it's hard to hide if you're 6'6".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think like with football players, you can have a wide receiver who's 5'11".
Yeah,
He may make $40
he could
million,
just
but nobody,
sweep
right?
through
Or
and
a
don't
white
nobody
quarterback.
recognize him, hat on, just
Tom
keep
Brady
it
could walk in
moving.
anywhere if you don't
No,
know.
I feel you. Well, it's not about hiding them or not. Just that means they got away with it. That don't mean they doing less.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I think in basketball, the average person 6'7". So
Yeah.
I think any nigga 6'7" with a chain on, you're gonna recognize him.
I see what you're
or
saying.
anybody that's on TV that's 6'7" or
nah. You gotta understand what happens is these niggas is on the internet soliciting this. shit.
Of course. I
They
wouldn't throw nobody
calling
under the
these
bus, of
bitches
course.
and doing this.
I got a
Okay, you
homegirl,
at a
she-
club or
yeah.
something, hey, man, whatever. Okay, I get that. So the percentages would be different. But most of the time, because they want to be private, both parties, they gonna make that call or something like that.
That
So
is a
that's where
fact.
the most action is really gonna happen. Not
That is a fact.
you leaving the club with a bitch or something. You don't want nobody to see that because some of these got wives and all kind of shit going on.
'Cause the
Kids at the
DMs,
crib.
I got a homegirl. She showed me her DMs. One of these All-Star Weekend niggas, and it was niggas just throwing prices out there. Yo, I fly you out. It's nothing.
Facts. Like I
I'm gonna send you
said,
the bag and then fly you out.
I've been around a few whores
Yeah.
before, bro.
I would definitely say that. I would definitely say the NBA
And I don't
guy.
feel sorry for them. They get bread, yo.
You talking about the ladies?
The chicks, huh?
You talking about the ladies?
Yeah, they get bread, man. Like when they career over and all that. Like them bitches somewhere whoring, getting
What
mad
you
bread.
You talking about the porn stars
Yeah,
when they retire?
yeah.
What they
hell
go-
yeah.
what
they
got-
fucking become whores, prostitutes. And the difference between a
I'm
whore and
confused.
a
Yeah,
prostitute,
you
or a
confused me.
whore and a
In a porn star?
well, no.
What do you mean by
this-
they become a whore? They're already a whore.
Well,
What do you-
okay.
Confused.
Well, your career elevates as a whore. Okay, so so you come in the game and you're not getting those as many privates because who are you?
Right.
So then when you become that person in the
Oh.
game, then you could get those high end
And that's paying more than
And yeah, hell yeah.
What they giving you on
man.
set?
Some of them they be in the game for a little while, the right nigga meet them, and then then they fuck up for doing that because now, get out of that. I'm gonna take care of you, know.
Right.
And then he get tired of her, then the bitch back in the game. You know what I'm saying? So bitch, always get your own bread. I don't give a fuck what a nigga tell you. Always get your own, keep your own. And that's that. If he telling you to stop and doing all that, trying to pull you out the game, baby, you ain't gotta do this no more. I take care of you. And what's gonna happen when a nigga get tired of you? You gonna be fucked, and you ain't gonna have nothing saved up to really do nothing because you stopped doing you. I've seen that shit happen a million fucking
see
times, bro. A million times. So that's my advice. Continue to do you. Don't be a sucker for love or a sucker for somebody trying to take care of you because that's not reality. You gotta always have your own. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always do your own thing, no matter what.
Yeah, on that note, that's a good little word of wisdom. Give
Facts.
them your info where you can find. Now, listen, hold on, y'all. The challenge is still out there. If y'all can find Hawaii, what's it called?
Hawaii vacation.
Hawaii Vacation, Rambone, what's the other one you looking for? Or any Keith cassette tape or VHS. If you can find it, I'm going to try to get Keith to sign it for you. At least the Keith one, we can find that one. But let's see if anybody can find Rambone. Because this had to be a hella old, right? You said
That
old
shit
when you seen
old
it.
as shit. nigga.
Rambone.
This shit had to been in the 70s,
And then
early 80s.
And then Hawaii, what's it called?
Hawaii vacation.
Hawaii Vacation. This is when he's skydiving, nigga. You actually, these niggas crazy.
No, they showed me skydiving
This
and
nigga's
all that.
crazy.
I could probably look it up for you.
You crazy,
I seen it not that long
Who
ago.
knew porn
It's
stars
on
did
it's
stunts?
on Pornhub somewhere.
Who knew y'all did stunts, nigga?
Who what?
Who knew y'all did stunts? I didn't even know this was a thing. You might
They
be a real
offered
actor,
to
man. You
fly
need to get
me-
your credits, man.
No, I got a bunch of shit where I acted in, and they would call me for those things. They knew I could fucking read a line and do it
Yeah.
right. Some of these niggas is not. They like, what? You want me to do something other than fuck? I don't know what you're
What
talking
do you mean by
about.
read this?
I can't even read. Yeah,
What
like
do you mean
you know what I'm
by
saying?
read
Get a nigga a script, and he don't know what's happening when you like ready to go, and you got to sit there and be like, oh, this nigga gonna fuck this shit up all day. I'm mad. Got to sit here with this shit. Simple ass lines. How big the lines you think really gonna be in a porno, my nigga?
Yeah, whoever came up with the pizza man scene, that nigga's a genius. Whoever I did that was a genius. You want to give
Pizza
me your
man,
info?
Milkman. Yo, it's Nat Turner 88. That's NATTURNHER 88 on all platforms, basically Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also my OnlyFans. So check that out as well. It's all love.
What's your is your OnlyFans Nat Turner 88? Nope. It's just Nat Turner. I'm finna put this in the
OnlyFans / Nat Turnher.
I'm finna put this in the link, you guys. So if you ladies want to go ahead and check that out.
Appreciate it.
It's right in the link.
Love is love. A little something for everybody. Nothing crazy.
Now listen, y'all. For the ladies out there, I'm finna give my man Nat to do some merch. We're gonna work on some merch ideas. I feel like you got a big fan base. Y'all just don't know it. Y'all gotta capitalize on it. So if you guys have any ideas, anything you guys want to see, anything that you guys want, let me know in the comments. We're gonna try to make it happen. But in the meantime, between time, make sure you guys check out the OnlyFans, like and subscribe, and stay safe, man. And don't be no sucker. We out of here.
Peasky whiskey.
That's some New York shit. What was that? Peace and whiskey.
Peasky whiskey.
You know what I heard the other? You know what?
That's from Big Boy. That's a lot.
You know what the most New York shit I started saying was grimy. I heard your nigga.